Today is our 6th day of the Bhagavat.
आज मूल और मुख्य विषय रहेगा
Today's our 6th day, and today you're going to speak about how Krishna destroyed the pride of Indra and how he lifted Giriraj Govardhan and performed the Anukut Mahamahotsav. Also we'll do the Giriraj Parikrama, and in the end also we will hear how Swayam Bhagavan lifted Giriraj for 7 days and 7 nights with in his pinky of his left hand.
Giriraj Maharaj ki jai, jai jai Shri Radhesh.
Now Prabhu Charan Shri Ramachandra Prabhuji spoke about the conception of our Gaudiya Vaishnavas in a very beautiful way. He presented the conceptions. What is Aishvarya and what is Madhurya? What is opulence? What is sweetness? Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu, in his book entitled Siddhanta Darpan, he describes what is Aishvarya. When Swayam Bhagavan, he manifests all his supremacy. This is called Aishvarya. Aishvarya, opulence. What is sweetness? Madhurya. Bhagavan can manifest his supremacy or not, but if he, whether he manifests his opulence or not, but if he Swayam Bhagavan, Krishna, is performing pastimes just like a human being, this is called Madhurya. So definition of Aishvarya and Madhurya. Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu, Krishna manifested Aishvarya, opulence in Braj. And actually, in Vaikuntha, if you put together all the opulence of Vaikuntha, Ayodhya, Dwaraka and Mathura, and if you compare to the opulence in Braj, you'll see that actually the opulence in Braj is many times more than the opulence of all the other holy abodes like Vaikuntha, Dwaraka and Mathura. The Aishvarya, the opulence in Braj, the dust of Braj, the opulence of the dust of Braj actually is not comparable to the opulence of any other place. So much opulence is there, but still it's completely covered by the Madhurya, by the sweetness. In Braja, Swayam Bhagavan, actually Braja, Bhagavan Krishna manifested so much opulence. Outside of Braj, Krishna has not manifested so much opulence as he did inside Braj. But still, the Vrajavasis, they are not ready to accept Krishna as Bhagavan. Why? The Vrajavasis, in their heart, they have one samskar, one impression, so much strong impression. The Vrajavasis think Krishna is a member of my family, is my family member. This is called Loki Sadbandhu Bat Priti. Gurudeva gave one example. If your son becomes the president or the prime minister, will you touch the feet of your son? No, you will not. Even great officers of the government, everybody, they will salute your son because he's the president. They will fold their hands in front of him. But you will give blessing to your son. You will not stop giving blessings to him. Because actually the superiors, they must give blessings. This is the duty of the superiors. Those who are superior to us, they give us blessing. With flowers, they bless us. So in the same way, how the mother and father they take care of their kids.
ठीक ब्रजवासी
In
लोग
the same way, the Vrajavasis,
कृष्ण के क्या करते हैं? अपने परिवार के सदस्य मानते हैं।
they see Krishna as
और
a
ब्रजवासी
family
लोग
member.
कृष्ण के साथ ऐसे
In the Vrajavasis, they have so much
माधुर्य भाव से
beautiful
जुड़े
Madhurya
रहते हैं।
Bhava. They're connected to
जैसे
Krishna.
समुद्र के साथ
A relationship with Krishna so
जुड़े
sweet,
रहते हैं।
so sweet
कोई
relationship with
सखा
Krishna.
भाव में उसकी खेलकूद आदि करते हैं।
The friends of Krishna are playing with him. Like
सखा सक्त
Vyasadeva.
भावे करेश कुंदे
They climb on Krishna's back.
तुम्ही कोनो बड़ लोग
They say, "You are not higher than me. We are maybe same level, but not you cannot be higher
कृष्ण हर
than
जने
us."
पर
Even Krishna,
सखाओं के
like
सुवर्ण सिद्धांत
Krishna
कृष्ण के
loses, he is
नाम पर
defeated.
चढ़ जाते हैं।
and in the game, and then his friends climb on his back, and they feed their own remnants to Krishna.
और झगड़ा भी करते रहते हैं।
They even like quarrel with
आगे
him.
सारे ब्रज की जो है भाषा जो है गाली गलौज भी
They even like swear Krishna
बड़े हो गया
using the language of Braj.
तुम कोनो बड़े लोग आमी तो नहीं समझ
You're
कभी-कभी
not
ऐसा ठीक
higher than
है
us.
मान लेते हैं बराबर मान
Okay, sometimes they say, okay, we are same.
श्रीराम तक आते हैं
Then Sridham says, "Look, your father has only 900,000 cows.
महाराज के कितने गाय है
How many cows the Maharaj has? 900,000.
900,000 और विश्वभानु महाराज
But
के कितने
Vrishabhanu
गाय
Maharaj
है
has how many cows?
11 लाख
1,100,000. So Sridham says, look,
ये बात बताओ तुम कौन सा बड़े हो
you think you're higher than me? Do you think you're higher than me? Come on.
ना तुम बड़े हो सकते हो पिता
You are not higher than me, not even your father is higher than my father. So in Sakyaras, they even like call each other's names, and sometimes they say, okay, I accept.
फिर आगे वास्तव रस में क्या है
Then Krishna like, okay,
माता
We're not equal.
पुत्र भावे करे लालन पालन
but in Vatsalya Rasa, what is happening in Vatsalya Rasa?
ब्रह्मा आदि बड़े-बड़े देवता लोग
Krishna himself said,
जिनके चरण कमल
Brahma
में
and great
नतमस्तक
demigods.
होकर के स्तव स्तुति आदि करते रहते हैं जितने बड़े-बड़े दिक्पाल
Brahma and great demigods,
इंद्र आदि देवता
Indra,
लोग
great demigods, protectors of directions, they are coming to Krishna and they are praying to his lotus feet.
जब बालक मरुत आदि समस्त जिनकी इच्छा से कार्य आदि करते रहते हैं वही परात्पर परतत्व
The Supreme Lord Krishna, Vrajendrananda Shama Sundar.
माँ जसोदा के पास एक सामान्य एक बालक
In front of Mother Yashoda, he's just like a small baby.
एकदम माता मरे पुत्र भावे करे लालन पालन अरे माँ सामान्य एक बालक सोच करके
Krishna's mother, Krishna is saying, my mother thinks I am an ordinary son, and she's taking care of me.
तावन भक्तन आदि करते हैं
She even like disciplines me, chastises me.
माँ जसोदा
Mother Yashoda, yesterday I
माँ
told
जसोदा
Mother Yashoda,
गोपाल को जो है
she chastises Gopal.
गोपाल के दो अपराध किया
Gopal committed 2
एक दधी
offenses.
भांड के टूट
One,
दिया
he broke the clay pot and he
आंगन में फैल गया
spread, like scattered all the yogurt on the courtyard.
लेकर के कुएं और
Then
अंदर के
he took the butter and he also fed the butter to the crows and monkeys. So Mother Yashoda,
लाठी लेकर
she brought one stick to chastise Gopal. Then Gopal, he was so afraid.
ओखल से कूद करके
Then he jumps from the grinding mortar and he
और
came out of the
बाहर
house.
आगे के दूर गए
Then Gopal started running away, running.
और माँ जसोदा उसके पीछे पीछे
And Mother Yashoda was running also behind him.
और अंत में माँ जसोदा गोपाल
Then Mother
पीछे
Yashoda,
के भाग पकड़ ली
she caught hold
और
of the back of
पकड़
Gopal.
करके उनके शासन मारने के लिए लट्ठी उठाया
And she rose a stick,
जिसके भाई से
she
सैन
lifted a stick, prepared
भाई
to
तेरी
beat
मृत्यु
him.
भी डरते रहते हैं
Generally, the death itself is afraid of
और
Krishna.
वही गोपाल वही संग
But this
भगवान
Gopal now,
कृष्ण,
Swayam Bhagavan Krishna,
माँ जसोदा के भाई ने
he's afraid of Mother Yashoda, so afraid of his own mother, and he's running away.
ऐसे मधुर लीला भी बन
So this kind of sweet pastimes are going on.
और माधुर्य रस में
And in Madhurya Rasa,
प्रिया यदि मान करी करे वत्सन वेदस्तुति होई ते मोर हरि मोर देखो इस संसारिक जीवन में भी दिखाई जाता है।
You can see in this world,
एक युवक युवती साथ प्रेम जब कर लेते हैं,
young man, young girl, they fall in love with each other, and they are attracted to each other. So,
युवक जैसे कहते हैं,
just like whatever the young girl says, the young man does
मान कर लेती हैं,
in
तो
love.
उनकी मान के समय
Like
अनेकों
when
प्रकार
the
के
girl is angry with him,
भत्सन
the boy, the young boy, he'll tolerate any chastisement, anything she says.
देखते हैं।
So we see also in Krishna Lila same.
राधा आदि गोपियाँ
Srimati Radhika and the
कृष्ण की
Gopis,
नाजनी कैसे कैसे शब्द आदि
they speak harsh words to
लक्ष्मी
Krishna.
के वैकुंठ लक्ष्मी के लिए संभव नहीं है।
This is not possible for Lakshmi Vaikuntha.
चोर, दुष्ट, बदमाश, लंपट,
So they call him
ऐसे शब्द बोलते हैं।
debauchee and also thief.
कभी कहीं
Lakshmi Devi would never say such words to her husband. Sita Devi also would never say such things.
द्वारिकापुरी में
In Dwarikapuri also, Rukmini
आदि
would never,
महिषियाँ
the Mahishis
कहीं।
would never say also such words.
किंतु ब्रज में गोपियाँ
But the Gopis in Braj,
ऐसे कैसे शब्द आदि बोलते हैं। चोर, लंपट,
which kind of words they use for Krishna? You are a thief, you are a debauchee,
और कृष्ण
etc.
उसी कथा को सुन करके बहुत आनंद।
And Krishna is very happy to hear all this.
मान करी करे भत्सन, भत्सना वाक्य करते। वेदस्तुति होइते मोर हरे मोर। ब्रह्मादि बड़े देवता लोग स्तुति।
He is eager to listen to the chastisements of the Gopis.
आदि पुरुषं तमहं भजामि, गोविन्दं आदि पुरुषं तमहं भजामि। ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादि गोविन्दं सर्वकारण कारणं ब्रह्मादि ओम तद विष्णु परमं पदं सदा पश्यन्ति सूरय दिवा चक्षुराततं। ब्रह्मादि बड़े देवता लोग इस स्तुति आदि करते हैं।
Brahma and Gardhabhasura gods, they are praying like this Ishvara Parama Krishna.
स्तुति करते हैं।
But the Gopis, which kind of prayers they pray to Krishna?
चोर, लंपट,
They call Krishna debauchee, thief, and many names. Like,
दही चोरी करने वाला,
oh, you who steal yogurt,
स्त्री लंपट,
you who are like womanizer, this kind of words.
कैसे कैसे शब्द आदि
And many other words. Bhagavatam speaks even other words, like even worse. In the context of Rasa Lila, there are many words that Gopis use that actually no one else can speak these words.
और गोपियां कृष्ण के प्रति कैसे
And the Gopis, they
अतीब जो है घृण्य शब्द का
they use really low words to refer to Krishna.
ये समस्त शब्द गोपियां कृष्ण के लिए ही और कृष्ण यही
Gopis use these words to refer to Krishna.
सुनने के लिए
And Krishna is like super eager to hear these words.
देवता भी स्तुति से प्रसन्न नहीं इसे स्वयं कृष्ण करें प्रिय यदि मान करी करे भक्सन वेदस्तुति होई के मोर हरि मोर।
Krishna says,
परम करुण
my mind is not attracted to the prayer of the Vedas like I'm attracted to the chastisement of the Gopis. They're harsh words with me.
राजकुमार के भक्ति लोग करीते प्रचार हमारे चैतन्य चैतन्य
Now Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes
रसिक शेखर कृष्ण
Krishna is Rasika Shekhar,
धीर ललित नायक कृष्ण
expert in enjoying the rasa.
ये समस्त जो है भाव उसमें
Dhir Lalita Nayak, he's the
इससे आगे बढ़ाते हुए हमारे श्री जयदेव गोस्वामी पाद गीत गोविंद ग्रंथ में
carefree,
रस की ऐसे मधुरता प्रकाश
he's the hero. And in the Gita Govinda, all these sweetness are described. When Srimati Radhika is in man, just to break her man,
उनकी चरण में नतमस्तक हो जाते
Krishna is falling at her feet.
मम शिरसि मंडनं देहि तव pada-pallavam udaram। राधा जी मानवती
Srimati Radhika is angry with Krishna.
मान मनाने के लिए
To pacify her man,
कृष्ण ने किया स्मरकर खंडनम मम शिरसि मंडनम। स्वयं कृष्ण नतमस्तक होकर के सिर झुका करके
Krishna is bowing his head and doing obeisances to the feet of Srimati Radhika.
और समीप ने दूर नहीं
Still, her man, she was still angry with him. she didn't want to
अब कृष्ण के अपने वंशी के भी
give
लगे
in.
थे।
Then Krishna even put his foot at her feet.
क्षणकाल के लिए छोड़
This
दिया।
foot that Krishna doesn't leave even for 1 second.
भी रखते थे।
Even his peacock feather he put at his feet, at her feet, sorry.
तथापि राधा जी कृष्ण
Still Srimati Radhika wasn't pleased.
आंखों से आंसू की धारा प्रवाहित होती हुई
Then crying and crying. Krishna was crying and crying.
और फिर हमारे जयदेव गोस्वामी पाद आदि पे पद
Then our Jayadeva Goswami couldn't even complete the verse he was
ये
writing.
गोविंदन ग्रंथ में इसी श्लोक की
In this
पहली चरण
shloka of the Gita Govinda, Jayadeva Goswami he wrote the first line, Mama Shirasi
दूसरी
Mandana.
चरण क्या लिखे
But the second part, how to write
भावना
it.
तो है
He had the mood to write it, like the mood came. How to write such thing?
चलो सीट तो रख
Okay, Krishna put her feet at his head.
सिर पर अपने चरण कैसे रखेंगे ये शब्द कैसे लिखाएंगे
Like how could he write that God wanted Srimati Radhika to put her feet at his head, his own head?
उदार चित्त श्रीमती
Hey Srimati Radhika, you who are so generous, please put your very soft reddish lotus feet on my head. Please place your lotus feet on my head. So Krishna was praying this. But Jayadeva Goswami couldn't write. He even was shaking. He was shaking like how to write this. He hesitated. Veda Puranas and Upanishads say that Krishna is to Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. So how possible somebody put their feet on the head of Krishna? How could he write such a thing? He couldn't write it. So he just kept the book aside. He went to bathe in the Ganges. And exactly at that moment, Swayam Bhagavan came in the form of Jayadeva in his courtyard, in his house. And then he told Padma, please give me that book. I remember something. I want to finish one verse. So wife gave the book to him. Then Krishna actually himself had come in this guise of Jayadeva and he wrote the end of the verse, Dehi pada-pallavam udaram. And then he left. Then after some time, Jayadeva Goswami came back from his bath and his wife told, oh, you had just come back and you asked me, you asked the book for me, like you asked me to give you the book and then already you came back for bathing and how you came back so quickly? What, I came back? No, I didn't come back. Yes, you came back. You just wrote something in the book. Then the original Jayadeva said, I was just thinking how to finish this verse. Hey Padma, give me the book, let me see. So he opened the book and he saw in golden letters. So Bhagavan Krishna with his own hands, he had written Dehi pada-pallavam udaram. So Krishna is Rasika Sekhar. Krishna, he is expert in Radha Rasa. Jayadeva Goswami Pada, in his unprecedented book, a book full of Rasa Madhurya, he has put all these into his book, Gita Govinda. Vidyapati and Chandidas also, they are great Rasikacharyas also. And in their writings, they also express such moods. Rupa Goswami also is also a great exalted personality. He is the eternal associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He has described all these bhavas also. What I want to say is that what is Aishvarya? What is Madhurya? All the Aishvarya that God manifested in Vraj. Actually, he manifested more in Vraj than in any other abode. But their main subject is Krishna lifting Giriraj Govardhan. Is it possible for a human being to do that? So lifts this 21 miles sized Giriraj Govardhan. Is it possible for a human being? And also 21 miles round, and also 7 miles of height. And for 7 days, 7 nights with his left hand. And his small finger, he lifted Giriraj. Is it possible for a human being? Even though the main shloka of the Srimad Bhagavatam didn't, actually in the main shloka of the Bhagavatam, it's not clear in which hand Krishna lifted Giriraj. It's not clear. Was it right hand or left hand? Sorry, but our acharyas, and also according to other Puranas, it's explained that Krishna lifted Giriraj with the left hand. Sorry. So maybe when you go to Mathura Math, you have seen in the temple of Mathura, in the picture of Giriraj Dharan, Krishna lifting Giriraj, he's lifting with the right hand. He's lifting it with the right hand. Some people say, yeah, because Krishna sometimes he lifts also with the right hand. Then I ask, is it written this? All our Goswamis wrote that he wrote with left hand. Swayam Bhagavan lifted Giriraj with the left hand. But that person, artist who did those drawings on the wall, by mistake, probably he did with the right hand. But there's nothing to be established, like no Tata Siddhanta or anything like that. Sometimes I tell in Bengali. One poet was writing something. One person was crying and crying. So, when somebody cries, the tears are coming from the eyes, and the cheeks become also wet. Kapal means cheeks. So what happened? When the person was speaking, instead of saying kapal means cheeks, he said kapal. Kapal in Bengali means forehead. So the person told, like the forehead is wet from the tears of the eyes. Instead of saying the cheeks are wet from the tears of the eyes, he said the forehead is wet by the tears of the eyes. Then some Pandita rose and told, how possible this? If somebody cries, the tears will come to the cheeks, not to the forehead. Right? So the proper was Kapala Bijli Nayana means Kapal means cheeks. The cheeks, they are wet by the tears of the eyes. But when the person spoke, instead of saying Kapal, his cheeks, he told Kapal, forehead. So a scholar person rose and told, how possible to say this? How possible to say this? Then the poet finished, oh, listen my second sentence, come on. What did he say? You didn't hear everything I told you, only heard the first line. Because when the person was crying, the person was bound upside down. He was with his feet bound in a tamarind tree, and he was upside down. So that's why when he cried, the tears rolled down to the forehead, because he was upside down. He was hanging from a tamarind tree. So the forehead will be wet. Do you understand? Did you understand what I said or not? So the person who is clever, they change everything to adapt to their truth. He doesn't accept saying that he's wrong. The Pandits, they're like this. The Pandits never accept their mistake. Never accept their mistake. They'll change and make round and say actually how, just like this example I gave. I hear this a lot. This is not from today. Since my childhood, I'm hearing this. That's why I told. This example that the cheeks are wet. But instead of saying cheeks wet, he told forehead is wet. He told by mistake. But then to make that actually he didn't make any mistake. He just said, no, my forehead is wet because I was upside down. So the Panditas, they do like this. They never ever they accept their mistake. Somehow they turn the situation to make true what they told. So it's very difficult, hard to defeat a Pandita, because the Shastras are also like this. So even nowadays we always quarrel. He's saying, oh, Krishna lifted Giriraj with right hand. I said, where is written that? There's a shloka of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, but it's not clear. That verse is written clearly. The Sakas are saying, Gopal, Kanaya, oh my friend. For a long time, you are holding Giriraj with the left hand. So change the hands. But does it mean that he lifted with the right hand just because the Sakas told to change the hand? It's not saying this verse. And he lifted for 7 days. Krishna lifted Giriraj for 7 days. Okay, so it's not 8 days, it's only 7. But the Panditas, they always, they don't accept their mistakes. One person says, look, one mother says, my son always wins. My son is never defeated. Never defeats. He always wins. My son like if you argue with someone, if you debate with someone, then you can lose. But if your son never debates with anyone, how possible will you win? So you say he never loses, but of course he never comes to any debate or anything. So I told, have you heard that Krishna lifted Giriraj with the right hand? Krishna lifted Giriraj with the left hand, pinky finger. Clear explained. The evidence of the Shastra is there. They are also the words of the Goswamis. So if somebody is taking the word here and there and saying many things, the Panditas always think, oh, I am the only Pandita, but actually they think there are no other Panditas. No, it's not like that. So what I want to say is that all the opulences that Krishna manifested in Braj, he did not manifest opulences elsewhere. So in this context, when Krishna was like 3 or 4 days old, he was drinking the milk of his mother. Krishna was really small, like a newborn. Then Krishna yawned. He yawned. Then Mother Yashoda saw inside the mouth of Gopal, all the universes. Then she thought, what is it? Maybe some ghost or bad personality is inside, like possessing the body of my son. Then Mother Yashoda called all the brahmanas. She gave swastivachan, asked the brahmanas to purify him and bless him. Bhagavata explains. But still, Mother Yashoda didn't think my son is Bhagavan. She didn't think. So Gopal also ate mud, and all the friends of Krishna came and complained to Mother Yashoda. Even though Bhaiya also told, oh, Kanaya has eaten mud. Mother Yashoda came, caught hold of one ear of Gopal, and if the other hand she was holding a stick. You can maybe have seen this picture in Brahmanda Garden. Until now, is there this picture? Kanaya, did you eat mud? No, mother, I haven't eaten earth. Oh, but your friends are complaining. They are always blaming to me. They are always saying, making things up. But even your brother told, my brother is also taking their side. What can I do? Then Mother Yashoda told, open your mouth. Then Krishna didn't open. held his ear open. So imagine the Jashoda Maya, mother, she's chastising the Supreme Lord of all the universes and like threatening him, open, open. Then Gopal opened his mouth and Mother Jashoda saw not only one, unlimited billions of universes inside him. Mother Jashoda thought also, maybe some bad entity possessed my body. Sorry, the body of my son. Then Mother Jashoda called the brahmanas and had them make swastivachan and also had them bathe Krishna with urine and cow dung, urine of cow and cow dung. But even with all these things, Mother Jashoda never did stop stuti prayers, thinking Krishna is God. Arjun also saw this form of Vishwarupa, universal form of God. And when Arjun saw, he just jumped out of the chariot and he started praying, "Hey Krishna, I was calling you my friend, but actually you are not my friend. You are not my friend. You are Parabrahma Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord. Unlimited universes, time, all these personalities, they come from you." But Krishna many times showed his forms to the Vrajavasis. But still the Vrajavasis never believed that Krishna was Bhagavan. Why? Because they have a samskar in their mind. In the time of them giving ceremony, Gargacharya told one certain thing. He told Nanda Jashoda, your son, Narayana Samagunai, means all the qualities of Narayana are in your son. Time to time he manifests many amazing deeds. Okay, the Tata Siddhanta is that actually Krishna is the mole Narayana, Narayana original Narayana. But Nanda Jashoda, they think, oh, our shalagrama shila in our house, this Narayana shalagrama shila from our house sometimes absorbs in our son. That's how our son can perform miracles, like amazing things, isn't it? Like someone is possessed by a ghost, what will happen? The person will be so strong and can like throw everything away, like the person is really strong. Before going to the Western countries, just now I was in Mathura doing one fire sacrifice. Then one lady was there and her sister was also there. She started to shake herself in the fire sacrifice, like her body was shaking in the fire sacrifice. I didn't understand. I said, what is going on? I was chanting the mantra, swaha, swaha, swaha. Right? I was like chanting Nishaha mantra and swaha, swaha. But the more I was reading the mantra, more she was like shaking. The body was shaking. So I thought, the ghost came in her body. The ghost came in her body. So in that moment, what happened? At leed 5 or 6 women tried to hold that woman who was possessed by the ghost. Even 5, 6 women, they were like how to say, thrown aside by the strength of the body of the woman who was possessed by the ghost. So how that woman became so strong? Because the ghost came in her body. But when I chanted the Nishiha mantra and gave her prasada, the ghost said, I am going. Then ghost left. So he brought a beautiful gift for Giriraj. Look how beautiful. So Giriraj will wear beautiful necklace of pearls the Prabhu brought for him. So Bhagavan inspires different people for the service. So what I want to say is that so the mood in the mind, in the heart of the Vrajavasis, Krishna is not Bhagavan. Our worshipful deity, Narayana sometimes absorbs in the body of Krishna, and then he can perform amazing things. The Vrajavasis, they saw all these things with their eyes. So also we'll speak about Kalyanaga today. Krishna himself. He danced in the 1,000 hoods of Kaliya, and all Vrajavasis saw this. The Vrajavasis saw how Krishna himself, Krishna jumped from the Kaliya Harad, and that water was so poisonous, still Krishna could jump inside. Bhagavad explains that that water was so poisonous. Even 100, I think yojans, Gurudev told, from up of the water, even some bird flying in the sky, he would die. It would die. Everybody who would come near the water, just near the water, would faint because of how so poisonous was the water. And this Krishna just jumps inside the water to subdue Kaliya. All the Vrajavasis saw this. This is not possible. Still, no Vrajavasi thought that Krishna was Bhagavan. Krishna drank the forest fire. Not only once, maybe 2 times Krishna drank the forest fire. He drank the forest fire. In Vrindavana, still nowadays there is the Davanal-kunda in Vrindavana. So the Davana Parikrama is there, the Davanal-kunda. Another place also. In Mandir Bhat, also Krishna also drank the fire there. Everything is described. Is this possible for a human being? See. So even though seeing all these opulence, the Vrajavasis never thought Krishna was Bhagavan. So the Vrajavasis have this deep impression. He's a family member, our family member. His happiness is our happiness, his distress is our distress. This is called Madhurya Bhav. Sorry, this is sweetness mood. So let's start the katha. Shukadeva Goswami Pad told many pastimes of Krishna. His pastimes of baby and also childhood and also his youthful. He was 30. But Krishna has unlimited pastimes. Lord is unlimited, his pastimes are unlimited. Harikatha is unlimited, and in every yuga, day of Brahma, the Harikatha happens differently. One day of Brahma is called one kalpa. And in many kalpas, Krishna comes and performs so many pastimes. So the Bhagavatam Katha is not one day Katha, like one day of Brahma Katha. So the Katha that Shukadeva Goswami told Parikshit Maharaj is not the Katha of only one day. Actually, so many Lila Kathas.
Namo Radhikavai Tadiya Priyavai Namo Ananta Lilaya Devaya Namo Ananta Lila. ऐसे सुंदर सुंदर लीलाएं,
beautiful pastimes.
ऐसे भगवान की कथा लीला कथा कौन सुनानी चाहिए?
Who doesn't not want to listen to their kathas, to the kathas of Krishna? That's why Shukadeva Goswami told, hey Maharaj Parikshit, I told you many stories about many kings. And actually all the stories of many kings, only to show them how they got so much renunciation and they attained Krishna in the end. That's why I told all the stories of these kings. But oh king, what is the meaning of the scriptures? We have to serve these pastimes of Lord, absorb and serve them. Because look, when the sadhaka is doing bhajan slowly and comes to the last stage of his spiritual practice, at that time what happens? The devotee starts to remember the Ashtakaliya-lila, the eightfold pastimes of God. So our goal is also the same. the same goal. How to enter the Ashtakaliya-lila. There are two kinds of worship, upasana. Which one? One is Mantra-mayi-upasana and another svarasiki-upasana. Sometimes I tell also some siddhantas, some conclusions. Mantra-mayi-upasana is one, another is svarasiki-upasana. Svarasiki-upasana is higher than Mantra-mayi-upasana. Those who are Uttam Bhagavat, they naturally, for them, those who are Uttam Bhagavat, the Ashtakaliya is manifesting automatically in their hearts. Whether they're sleeping, walking, whatever they do, always naturally in their hearts, all these lilas are coming up in their hearts. Two kinds of worship, Mantra-mayi-upasana and svarasiki-upasana. So the sadhaka is immersed in Rasa Madhurya, immersed, remembering the Lila Kathas. Sometimes the sadhaka is so happy, sometimes the sadhaka is crying and rolling on the ground. Sometimes the devotee is dancing, sometimes laughing, ha ha, sometimes crying, rolling on the ground, just like a small baby crying, also even like sobbing like a baby. Because sometimes he remembers pastimes of meeting, sometimes pastimes of separation.
Janamani karmani jani jaloke namani gitani tadattakani kayanur madhavat nittati lokavajja. Mahabhagavat जो थे इसकी लक्षण
is the symptom of a Mahabhagavat.
Janmani karmani jani jaloke namani gitani tadattakani kayanur madhavat nittati lokavajja. ऐसे उत्तम महाभागवत की बहिर्लक्षण.
So the external symptom of Uttam Bhagavata, general people cannot understand because he looks like a mad person, like a crazy person. Sometimes he speaks, sometimes he cries, sometimes he laughs. To understand him, to understand about this Uttam Bhagavata is something very hard. Sometimes he faints also. In Bhavadasha. So what I want to say is that when the sadhaka enters Ashtakaliya-lila, then his external symptoms, like normal people cannot understand. Anyway, continuing. So when describing about Aishvarya Lila, Shukadeva Goswami told Parikshit Maharaj, "Hey Maharaj Parikshit, listen. I told about the pastimes of childhood of Krishna. But later about the Pauganda-lila also. How he was raising the cows of his friends. Krishna was going to raise the cows with his friends. Vraj is such a special place that if Krishna hasn't come for grazing, cows and friends, they don't even go also. They wait for Krishna, always. They want to go together with Krishna, all of them. Waves of bliss. It's even explained that when Krishna, he was grazing the cows. First of all, Krishna grazed the cows. When we perform the Vrajavana parikrama, when you go to Nandagaon, there's one special day there. It's called the day of Gopashtami. First Krishna started to
Maharaj
raise the
कहने लगे बेटा
cows. And then his father said,
कितने दास दासी
"Oh my son, there's so many servants in our house. Why are you doing that?
चराने के लिए तुम्हारे क्या जरूरत है?
Why you need to graze cows? Why?"
किंतु गोपाल कहने लगे
But
नहीं
Gopal
बाबा,
said, "Oh Papa,
पिताजी,
oh my father, no.
मैं तो गोप जाति हूँ
I am a
गोप जाति
cowherd.
होने के नाते
So because I'm a
मेरा
cowherd,
धर्म क्या है?
my dharma is
गोचारण करें, गाय
to
गोचारण।
graze cows."
गीता में भगवान कहते हैं
In the Gita, Bhagavan says,
परो धर्म भयावह हैं? अपने धर्म में जिस धर्म में आप सधर्मे निधनम से परो धर्म भयावह
you have to follow your own dharma, your own nature.
हम लोग गोप जाती है
So Krishna told, we are Vaishyas, we are Gopis. So our duty is to take care of the cows.
महाराज गन्नी बेटा
Nanda Maharaj said, "Oh my son,
जंगल में ना जाने कितने कांटे हैं
there are so many
पत्थर है
thorns in the
नकली
jungle,
पत्थर होते हैं।
so many sharp pebbles."
तुम कहाँ जाओ
stones.
कितने कड़ी धूप में
No, sorry.
गुरुदेव वर्णन करते
And there
थे।
also scorches rays of the sun. Where will you go? Gurudev used to say,
जेठ महीने में
in the month of Jeth, means
वैशाख जेठ महीने में
वैशाख
कितने
also.
कड़ी धूप होती थी भले हिरण की पीठ के चमड़ा भी
it was so much sunny in like the summer season that even the deer skin would be
लू चलती है
burned, like tanned, like really
बेटा
sunburned
तुम कैसे शांत
because of the sun
किंतु कृष्ण
shining. So Nanda Maharaj said, "Son, how you tolerate this?" But you know, kids sometimes are really stubborn. There are 3 or 4 kinds of stubbornness. Balhart, stubbornness or stubborn of babies. Rajhart, stubbornness of king. And third, you'd know, I cannot even speak. The third stubbornness is stubbornness of, she's saying strihat, means the stubbornness of ladies, stubborn.
जो बोल देती है
Whatever the woman says, she must be that. Bolo Vrindavana Bihari Lal.
गोपाल
Ki jai. So Krishna also stubborn boy, I will go. Then
नंद जसोदा रोने लगे ब्राह्मणों के लिए बुला
Nanda Maharaj also called the brahmanas, Nanda Jashoda called the brahmanas to perform some blessing to Krishna so that no ghost or bad personality, like subtle personality, would come in Krishna's body. That's why they also,
हम लोग द्वादश तिलक करते
we put 12 tilakas in our body, right?
हैं? जो इसी प्रकार देखो
So we use 12 tilakas.
मंत्र के द्वारा
And we've also the same mantras for the 12 tilakas. Mother Jashoda also
तिलक कर देते हैं।
put tilaka in
ये
Gopal.
केशव जो है गोपाल की रक्षा करेंगे
Make Keshava protect Gopal in their
नारायण
forehead.
मथुरधरी,
May Narayana
जो उनकी ये
in the
रक्षा
throat,
करेंगे।
protect the throat.
सारे मंत्र के आदि तरह
So
और
she,
गोपाल बाल ऊपर हंसते रहते हैं।
and Gopal was
वही
laughing.
स्वयं भगवान जिनके नाम लेते ही भव सिंधु सुखाई
You see, Bhagavan, just by taking his name, all the ocean of material existence dries up.
सब कहते भग जाते हैं।
All the ghosts, they would flee in the presence of Bhagavan. But now Mother Jashoda, she is
ऐसे सुंदर नाम आदि के द्वारा
chanting the names of Gopal and trying to purify him so that no
देवता नहीं पड़ सकते।
ghost might or some bad living entity, subtle,
माँ जसोदा कहते
can
हैं, बलराम
touch him. Like she wants to protect him. And also she says, Balaram,
आगे
you
आगे
are
चलना
You are strong, so you should go in front because you're stronger than Krishna.
और कोई भक्त जो है तो कृष्ण
And like maybe Stoka Krishna can go behind. Like all Sakas, you should be around Krishna. Right, his right and left, you should be all around him, protecting him.
प्यास लग जाए
If Gopal is thirsty,
पानी लेकर के चलना
you should bring water for him.
मात्र का जो
It's called Jalpatra,
उनका ही भूख लग
like some pot with to bring water. Also, always bring food with you.
दिखा करके पास आ जाओ हैं? देखो माँ जसोदा कभी कुछ
And sometimes Mother Jashoda would faint.
इसी प्रकार
And then,
कहने लगे गोपाल तुम जूता पहनो
and she told Gopal, you should wear shoes. How to go without shoes in this thorny
बछड़े के पैर में तो
fields? Because cows, they have hoofs. How? But you don't. How can you go? Then Gopal, you know what he did say? He told Mother,
गाय
look,
हमारी माता है
cow is our
हमारी
mother.
पूजनीय है
The cow is worshipable for
हमको
us.
पूजा करते कि नहीं करते
We do Gopuja or not?
अष्टमी के दिन
In the day of the Gopashtami,
और
we perform Gopuja.
कब को पूजा करते हैं
When will do the Gopuja?
गिरिराज गोवर्धन के दिन हैं?
In the day of Giriraj Govardhan, we perform Gopuja.
वो हमारे आराध्य देव है माता है,
So she's our mother. Cow is our mother. She's our worshipful deity. If she has no shoes, how can we wear shoes, mom? Okay.
सारे गाय के क्या करो? चप्पल, जूते दे।
Okay, give shoes to all the cows.
तब मैं जूता पहनूं।
Then I can also wear shoes.
गाय की पीठ पर एक-एक करके छत्र
And one umbrella for each cow. Then I can also use umbrella myself. So Gopal very stubborn. He was very stubborn. Then Gopal
बछड़े को चराने लगे।
first he started grazing the cows. Then he grew up a little.
गाय के चराने।
Then he started grazing the cows. This exactly happened in the day of Gopashtami.
बछड़े को चराते हैं, इसके पश्चात
Then he started grazing the cows in this day, and then later on the cows.
बहुत सुंदर सखाओं के साथ
So all this is really nice and beautiful. How he was grazing the cows with his friends and played so much.
छोटा बालक स्वयं भगवान होते हुए पर भी
Even though he's swaying
बालक
Bhagavan,
के भांति
he's just like a normal boy
बालक के साथ खेलकूद आदि करते हैं।
playing with his
कभी-कभी
cowherd
क्या
friends.
करते हैं?
Sometimes what happened?
सखा लोग कहते हैं, देखो
Friends of Krishna would say, his friends would say, look,
मैं ये पक्षी को मैं रब करता हूँ।
I will imitate a bird,
वो भी मेढक है ना,
sometimes a frog. You know,
स्वर निकालते हैं।
They will make the sound of a frog.
कृष्ण कहते हैं,
Krishna
मैं
would say,
कोयल के स्वर निकालता हूँ।
I will make the sound of a peacock, like they were imitating the sounds of the animals.
मैं कोयल के स्वर
Krishna
निकालता
says,
हूँ।
I will make the sound of the cuckoo.
सुंदर है ना? हाँ? कोयल के स्वर जो निकालते हैं, देखो सारे कोयल
And then when he would imitate the sound of the cuckoo bird, all the real cuckoos would like come and gather up around him. When Krishna would, you hear, no?
और सारे मोर देखो जो सोचते हैं ये साक्षात
So all when Krishna would imitate the sound of peacock, all the real peacocks would come out and also gather up around him, thinking Krishna is a peacock. So in this way, Krishna performed so many playings, like imitating the sound of the animals, etc.
आदि के पास जाकर जोर से
He would go also near the mountains, and they would scream and yell for the echo to come, for the echo.
के प्रतिध्वनि कहा जाता है।
No, the echo.
सामान्य बालक के भांति इसमें कोई विलास
Just like a normal boy, he was doing
इसी
everything.
प्रकार कृष्ण सखाओं के साथ अनेक प्रकार लीला आदि करते
So Krishna performed many pastimes with his friends.
यहाँ पर वर्णन हो रहा है
So this is the katha of one day only.
जो कृष्ण को चारण करते करते
So one day Krishna was grazing the cows.
सखाओं के साथ जब चलने लगे
One day we're grazing.
उस दिन भूल गए
That day,
अपने
by mistake,
तालेवन लाने के लिए।
they forget to bring their
भोजन
tiffin.
लाए नहीं।
They didn't bring the food tiffin.
वृंदावन से चलते चलते
So walking in Vrindavana, they had come near the border of Mathura. It's called Talavana.
सखा लोग कहने लगे कन्हैया
Friends of Krishna told Kanaiya, look,
पेट में जो है चूहा
this rat is
दोपहर
like
के समय भूख
snoring in our belly. Like, I don't know how to say in English the expression, but like we are so hungry, our belly is making noise.
दोपहर के समय
So-
चिलचिलाते हुए धूप
And it was really hot, like lunchtime, the sun was really hot.
भूख लग रही सब
So we were feeling hungry, they
और उस
told.
दिन भगवान की इच्छा
But
है,
and that day, by the desire of God,
जो मैंने ऐसे
Jogamai arranged
सभी
that
सखाने-
all the sakas, they completely forgot to bring the lunch tiffin.
माँ के द्वारा दिए हुए जो
The lunch tiffin that their mother always give,
दोपहर के भोजन
they
में
forget to bring along with them.
रानी भूल गई। सभी सखा कहने लगे कृष्ण कृष्ण
All the sakas told, hey Krishna, you're so
हे कृष्ण,
strong.
हे
Hey Krishna, Mahabahu Krishna.
हमें भूख लग गई क्या?
We are hungry, what to do?
उस समय कृष्ण बलराम कहने लगे देखो
Then Krishna Balaram told, look,
एक सुंदर बगीचा
nearby
है,
there's a beautiful garden.
भीनी भीनी सुगंध आ रही है।
It's really like fragrant
वो
and
बगीचा था
so,
कंस के
but
बगीचा था।
that
हैं?
garden belonged to
उस
Kamsa.
बगीचे में अनेक प्रकार के फल फूलों के द्वारा सुसज्जित।
Even though that garden was
उस बगीचे में प्रधान
full of many flowers and trees, the main tree was Talvan. It's like tal,
और उस समय भी
like a
बहुत
palm
सुंदर
tree,
था।
one kind of palm tree.
हैं?
And
गर्मी के समय ताल भी पक गए।
and because it was like summertime, all the tals, these fruits, they were also ripened,
उस बगीचा के
ripe. So it was really fragrant.
करने के लिए
But who was protecting or taking care of that garden? A demon kept by Kamsa. His name was Dhenukasur, or also called Gardhabhasura.
क्या नाम रखा?
What was his name?
धनुकासुर का गर्दभा।
Dhenukasur or Gardhabhasura. So it was lunchtime.
वो गर्दभासुर भी
Gardhabhasura also,
अपने भोजन करके विश्राम
he had already eaten, he was taking rest.
और उस समय कृष्ण बलराम
Then Krishna and
सबके
Balaram,
साथ उस बगीचा में आ गए।
they came with their friends in that garden.
और बगीचा में आकर के कृष्ण बलराम ने किया कि बीच बड़ी लंबी
Then Krishna Balaram took the big
उसके हाथ से हिलाया
palm tree and they just shook the tree. When they shook the tree, the ripened fruits, they start falling down. Dup, 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 falling down. Like the sound making was dup, like because they were falling. The demon donkey told, who is there? Who is there? Krishna also nothing less. Krishna said, oh, it's your father. Your father is here. Gardhabhasura asked, who is there? So they were moving, checking the trees, and the fruits were falling down. Dup, dup, dup. You can see, falling down or not. Then Gardhabhasura, his sons and daughters, everybody, they were all donkeys in his family. They came to attack. And then Krishna and Balaram held them, like spin them on the floor in the above his head, and then threw them far. Generally the donkeys they attack from the hind legs, like they kick with the hind legs. If somebody's coming behind, then they kick the person with the hind legs. Donkeys do that. Today Balaram thought, Kanaya, we've already killed many demons, so leave some for me. Leave some for me. Only you will kill all of them. Give me some chance also to kill some demon. Bhagavan thought, okay, Dabai, okay. So this Gardhabhasura, and he started to attack Balaram. Balaram took the hind legs of Gardhabhasura, and he was also moving, like how to say, girand, like circling, like making circles with him, like up. Then he threw the donkey on the palm trees, and then all the palm trees, they like a domino effect, falling, and all the trees falling down. Then Gardhabhasura came again and attacked again Baladeva. You know how is beautiful the sound of the donkeys, just like from harmonium. Donkeys, they speak this sound. It looks like harmonium sound, huh? And very nice. Beautiful, beautiful voice they have, the donkeys. Hang on. So attacking again and again Baladev Prabhu again, catching their hind legs, circling, like moving in circles, and then throwing them far. In the end, Gardhabhasura, thrown by Baladeva, he died. He was bleeding. He passed stool and urine, and in the end, Gardhabhasura died. But all the place was completely contaminated by the blood, urine, and feces of those donkeys. This is exactly Bibhatsa ras, disgusting ras, disgusting mellow. This is exactly the example given. Then the suckers decided not to eat anything. They left because they were feeling disgusted. There's a beautiful teaching here. Our Goswamis explain. That person who attains the human body and is not performing Hari Bhajan, his life is useless. Bhagavatam also gives example. Go means cow, kar means donkey. So the cow is so like stupid. But the donkey is even more stupid than the cow. So Tridhatuke means Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Those who think that this body composed of Vata, Pitta and Kapha is our body, that human being is like the donkey, like a donkey. So you don't know about your soul. If you don't realize about your soul, your life is useless. You see any water and you think that's the water of the Ganges. Actually, these of seeing Ganga everywhere is only for a Mahabhagavat, not for everyone. Only for a Mahabhagavat. He's pure and see everything pure in a pure way. If you see any water, you think this is a tirtha. You see a stone, any stone, a rock. I think this rock is Bhagavan. Puts in your altar? No. These are stupid things. Your altar is full of like garbage almost. Because you go everywhere, you see so many rocks. This is deity, this is the deity. I'll put in my altar. What is the vigraha, the deity? What is the symptom of the deity? What is shalagrama? What is the symptom of a shalagrama? You should also know this. No, you see anything and start worshipping. There was a brahmana, Smarta brahmana doing the puja. He was going from house to house performing puja. Like in special occasions you go to people's house and perform puja for them. But without shalagram, how to perform puja? But he forgot to bring the shalagram that day. And he was going in a very far place. So imagine, if he would come back to his house to take the shalagram, it would take so much time. So that brahmana, on the way he saw a snail. You know the snail, that animal? Black. How it's called in English? Snail, right? It's like there's a conch animal with some snail. The name of the animal is snail. If you touch the animal, he will like stop moving and he will come inside his conch shell. Anyway, he's underneath he's like white, but outside this conch, this body of this animal is black. Anyway, so he thought, if I come back to my house to take the shalagram, it will take so much time. So he took the snail from the floor, that animal, and then he put some cloth to bind, and then he started to do puja with the snail, pretending it was shalagram. But after some time, like 10 or 15 minutes, he was chanting the Narayana mantra, doing the puja and so many things, offering the mantras for Narayana and everything. So after 15 minutes, but it was not a shalagram, remember, it was a snail. Slowly the snail started moving, like walking, like crawling, right? So the Purohit, the client told, "Oh, Brahmana Thakur, today your shalagram is moving." Oh, then Brahmana said, "You don't know the power of my mantra. You see the power of my mantra. You see the power of my mantra. Narayana has directly appeared in your house to accept your donation. You see? So give donation, otherwise Narayana will disappear." So some people, they are like this. They find anything and they think that thing is Bhagavan and start doing the puja. So you don't know the purport of the scriptures, you don't know Bhagavan, nothing. But you're doing something from your own whim, like whatever you think is best. You're actually more stupid, more stupid than the cow. Who is more stupid than the cow? The donkey. Donkey doesn't drink pure water. The donkey only will eat dirty water. Only drink dirty water. So when you want to insult someone, to swear someone, you said, "You are a donkey, stupid donkey." S, I think S they call, no? S. You're an ass. You're an ass. So, why Baladev killed him? Killed the Dama-bandhana-lila as donkey demon. Because this donkey represents the ignorance we have in our hearts. We have all this ignorance in our hearts. All this is in our hearts. We have so many anarthas. 4 kinds of anarthas we have in our heart. Who will destroy these anarthas? Akhanda Guru Tata, Guru pada-pallavam, he will destroy them. That's why Baladev Prabhu, Gardhabhasura, Baladev Prabhu killed Gardhabhasura, and in this way he's establishing what? Only by the mercy of Guru pada-pallavam, only all these ignorance and darkness in our hearts can be removed. That's why we pray, Om Jnana Timirandasya. Guru pada-pallavam will remove all this darkness in our hearts. He'll destroy all this. So there are many teachings about how Baladeva killed, why Baladeva killed Dhanukasur, but we must continue the presentation of the Katha. And the best Lila of Krishna is the Ras Lila. Which Lila? Ras Lila is the best Lila. Before Krishna performed the Ras Lila, he performed other 2 Leelas. That's not possible for a human being. What is these 2 Leelas? Kaliya Daman Lila and another? Giriraj Govardhan Lila. So describe Kaliya Daman Lila Katha, how Krishna subdued the Kaliya. Then also today we'll present Giriraj Govardhan Lila. Let's have some kirtan, 10 minutes kirtan now. And then we can continue presenting the Harikatha. Tomorrow also we'll also speak very nice Katha tomorrow. Ras Lila and also Dwarika Lila, especially the Kurukshetra Lila tomorrow also. And tomorrow also, very beautiful. There will be a presentation of dance tomorrow. Tomorrow also there will be some lila about Kurukshetra for you. Very beautiful. So all of you, please. Ekadash. God gave you arms for raising your hands. Raise your hands. The Vrajavasis are here with us. They'll do some kirtan. At least clap your hands in the kirtan. At least this is service. If you do something or not in your life, at least chant holy names. God gave you hands or not? With the hands, you have to clap service. With your mouth, you should chant the names of God, and with your hands, you should clap service. Chant. Also chant the mantra. Everybody should chant Maha Mantra. In Kali Yuga there is no other resolution, only Harinama. You see, here with us. Today is the 6th day, tomorrow is the 7th day of the Bhagavatam. Tomorrow is Ekadasi. So we'll not finish the Bhagavatam in the Ekadasi. Actually, we'll finish the Katha only on Dwadasi. On Dwadasi, in the lunchtime, there will be Harikatha and also fire sacrifice we'll do. So tomorrow everybody come, and the day after tomorrow also morning, everybody come, please. And let's chant holy names. There will be also fire sacrifice. Everybody please bring ingredients for the fire sacrifice. Bring some ghee and some wood, and you can do the swaha. We are sitting for a long time, so at least for 2 minutes, stand up and dance.
लोग अपने अपने आसन पर बैठे। श्री सुखदेव गोस्वामी पाद परीक्षित महाराज के निकट कृष्ण की अनेकों लीलाओं की कथा
Sukadeva Goswami told many pastimes of Krishna
वर्णन करते थे।
to Parikshit Maharaj.
आगे की कथा हम श्रवण करेंगे।
So let's continue.
कालिया दमन की लीला कथा
About Dama-bandhana-lila. He also told Dama-bandhana-lila.
जो कालिया क्रूर था, दुष्ट था
Kaliya was really evil
और
and vile.
जमुना के जल को दूषित कर दिया।
She had contaminated the water of the Jamuna.
तो स्वयं भगवान ने
So Swayam Bhagavan,
नृत्य आदि करने लगे
he started dancing in the hoods of Kaliya.
और इस कथा को सुन करके
And hearing this,
परीक्षित महाराज
Parikshit Maharaj,
एक प्रश्न भी पूछा।
he made a question.
एक स्वयं भगवान
He asked Swayam Bhagavan Krishna,
कालिया के सिर पर क्यों नृत्य किया?
why did Krishna dance on the hoods of Kaliya?
जन्म की इतिहास हमें श्रवण
Please tell me the previous life, about the previous life of Kaliya.
क्योंकि नागपत्री यानी कालिया की पत्नियां
Because
भी
the wives of
एक
Kaliya also prayed,
जब
and they told, actually, you see, Kaliya was really evil and bad.
किंतु उनकी पत्नियां जो है भगवत भक्त परायण
His wives, but his wives are really super devotees, really
किंतु
devotees.
कालिया दुष्ट
But Kaliya was
कभी
evil.
अपनी पत्नियों की कथा सुनते
Sometimes he wouldn't hear
किंतु
his
देखो
wives.
जब कृष्ण
But
कालिया की
when
मन पर जब
Krishna
नृत्य करने लगे
danced on the hoods of
और
Kaliya,
उनकी मुंह से जब खून निकलने लगे
and when blood started to come out of the Kaliya's mouth, Kaliya thought in her mind,
कि मेरी पत्नियां जो गाती
what my wives had told,
कृष्ण स्वयं भगवान
that Krishna Swayam Bhagavan, it's true.
उस समय
Then
मानो मणि मन कालिया
in his mind, in his mind, Kaliya took shelter of
और
Krishna.
उसी समय उनकी पत्नियां माने नागपत्नी
And then his wives,
स्तुति आदि करने लगी जिस प्रकार से कसानु भागो अस्तो नदी व विद्महे तवांग रेणु प्रसादिकार जद वंशसी ललना चरो तपो विहाय कामनो सुचिरं धितव्रता। इस स्तुति में यह प्रश्न हो रहा
in
है
this prayer, the question is there.
कालिया कौन सा ऐसे पुण्य कर्म की
What is the
लक्ष्मी आदि
pious deeds that Kaliya performed? Because even Lakshmi Devi, she couldn't get this good fortune like Kaliya
स्त्रियों की
got.
जो कृष्ण के चरण धूलि प्राप्ति नहीं हुई।
Even Lakshmi Devi couldn't get this foot dust of Krishna.
वृंदावन में
Actually, until today, Lakshmi Devi, she's in the other side of Jamuna in Belvan.
आज तक भी
Lakshmi Devi, until now, she's there performing austerities.
केवल वृंदावन में कृष्ण की जो सर्वोत्तम जो लीला रासलीला में
This highest Leela of Krishna,
किंतु सौभाग्य प्राप्ति नहीं हुई।
she didn't get this
कृष्ण
good
की
fortune.
चरण धूलि प्राप्ति के लिए ब्रह्मा आदि
To get the good fortune of Krishna, to get the good fortune to attain Krishna,
कठोर
even
तपस्या भी
demigods,
करते
they're
हैं।
performing hard austerities for that.
उनकी हृदय में कभी प्रकट होते हैं कभी भी नहीं
Sometimes
प्रकट
Lord
होते।
appears in their heart, sometimes
किंतु
not.
काली के सिर पर साक्षात रूप में
But you see, Krishna directly danced on the hoods of Kaliya.
कृष्ण कैसे नृत्य किया?
How did he dance on its
इसकी
hoods?
इतिहास एक सुंदर
So the story behind this is very beautiful. Our acharyas explain.
ये काली की पूर्व जन्म की कथा
So what is the previous life of Kaliya?
शास्त्र में वर्णन
Shastra describes also.
एक कोई पूर्व जन्म एक राजा था
There was a king in the ancient
काली
times.
की पूर्व जन्म की इतिहास
So this previous life of Kaliya, I'm
एक
telling you.
राजा थे वो
There was a king.
बहुत धनवान
He was
और
really
पुण्यवान
rich and very pious, also king.
किंतु उनके पेट में हर समय
But always he would feel so much stomach ache.
अनेक दवाई उन्हें ले लिया डॉक्टर भी दिखाया
He would take many medicine, doctors, and
दर्द जो है कुछ नहीं
like many doctors saw him, but nobody could see, like check the
अंत में राजा
cause of his
दुखी होकर के
stomach
बैठे
ache.
थे,
So the king was really upset because so much stomach ache.
अपेक्षा करते थे।
He was just waiting for the death because of
जब
such
कोई दवाई
intense
काम नहीं करते तब क्या करें?
stomach ache.
लोग निराश हो जाते
Because when no medicine works, people like become hopeless. So the king was
कि
thinking,
भगवान जैसे करे ऐसे।
okay, whatever God wants will happen. What to do?
एक दिन एक
Then one day a saint came to the king and told the whole king, I'll tell you the cause of your belly pain, and I'll also give you a medicine. I will give you the medicine. But there's a rule of how to take the medicine. Anupan means like the antidotes or something you have to mix with the medicine for the medicine to work. So in that garden there are two pigeons. You know pigeon? So you have to catch this and then you have to eat the flesh of these pigeons, and in this way automatically your stomachache will disappear. The king king tried a lot to catch those two pigeons, but he couldn't. He tried but couldn't. He wasn't able to. And then the king was really upset. Then again that saint came to the king one more time and told, hey king, listen to me. Actually, to catch those two pigeons, I'll tell you what you have to do. First of all, you have to change your clothes. You must wear the clothes of a Vaishnava. This is first thing. Okay, how's the clothes of a Vaishnava? Tilak in your forehead. This is first. Also, kanti in your neck, and also wear dhuti. Wear the dhuti and kurta. This is called Vaishnav dress. And also bring one japamala in your hand. So hearing this sadhu's instructions, the sadhu manifested, he dressed as a Vaishnava. But as soon as he dressed as a Vaishnava, these two pigeons automatically came to the lap of the king and sat down on his lap. Then the king's heart melted. Why? King thought, because of my previous karma, I'm suffering. Whatever Shastra describes about diseases and everything, actually everything is coming from reactions from previous birth. Shastra describes this. Like if I'm suffering from stomachache, this is my reaction from something I did. So king thought, how can I kill two pigeons just for this? Which benefit I'll get killing two living entities? First of all, by the karma of previous life, I'm suffering this stomachache now. And then if I kill these two pigeons, this is killing human animals, then I also have to suffer more. This is called karma chakra, the wheel of karma. Actually, the jivas in this world, they're performing karma. And because of the karma, we are suffering, like we are making sinful activities or pious activities. And because of this, again and again, we have to come back to this world to suffer the reactions. So the king also thought, look, I won't kill these pigeons, better not to. Shastra says that dress is something that influences you. Like if you put tilak and kanti in your neck, this automatically will give some good influence in you. Your heart will change just by wearing tilak and kanti mala. Isn't it? Change or not? If you put tilak and kanti mala, you will not have desire anymore to eat onion garlic. Because if you heard also that if you eat onion garlic and if you drink alcohol wearing kantimala of tulasi, you'll go to hell. That's why you should never even eat those things. Another point. When you use kanti and tilak, automatically your heart changes also. Because all the things have a specific potency, everything. For example, the fire also. Fire. The fire has what? Agni, burning potency. The potency to burn is there. So in the same way, if you wear kantimala in your neck, automatically your heart will change. Yes. Because there's a potency in the things. Many people think, oh, should I take Harinam or not? Should I do it or not? No. You should do Hari Bhajan. You should chant holy names. You should wear tulsi in your neck. Shastra explains.
हृदय नास्ति
Govind.
गोविंद स नरो वसुरो दाहित ललाटे तिलक नास्ति जो ललाट पर माने मस्तक पर तिलक नहीं धारण करते
If you don't put tilak in your
और गले
forehead,
में कंठी धारण नहीं करते हैं
if
तुलसी
you don't
माला
put
नहीं रखते हैं
wear kantimalan,
और हृदय में गोविंद के धारण नहीं करते
if you don't have Govind in your hearts,
भगवान के नाम नहीं करते
means if you don't chant holy names, you are like an animal.
मृत्यु के पश्चात
And after that, you must go hell.
ऐसा शास्त्र में लिखा है
Shastra explains.
मैं डराने के लिए नहीं कर रहा
I'm not telling you just to
हूं डरते नहीं है
frighten you.
जो डरते ही नहीं है
If somebody's not afraid of
डराने की
anything,
बात नहीं कर रहे
there's no use in trying to make the person afraid.
क्योंकि आप लोग सुन चुके हैं को
Actually, I already have heard all this, so
तो शास्त्र की वचन है
I'm just telling the words of the Shastra.
बोले देखो जिस मनुष्य के गले में
That human being
तुलसी रहता है
who uses tilak in their neck, Jamadutas cannot come to them in time of death.
में ऐसी है
Jamadutas will not come.
घर में तीन वस्तु रखी है देखो घर
If you
में
have three things in your house,
कभी कलह नहीं होगा पवित्र
never there will be quarrel in your house will ever be pure.
तुलसी रखी है
What? Tulasi?
ये छोटा गीता जो है घर में रखी
One small Gita also you should have in your house.
है और तीसरी क्या है
And third,
हैं? क्या होता है गंगा जल
water of the
आप
Ganges.
रखिए ना परीक्षा करके देखिए
You can keep this in your house and you check. If there is a quarrel in your house, husband and wife always quarreling, I'll tell you, this is something very pure.
घर में तुलसी रखी है
You keep tulasi in your house.
अरे बगीचा में अंदर कितने पौधा तो लगा करके रखे हैं
You have so many different kinds of plants,
तो आ रहे
like rose and so many things you plant.
पौधा रख दो देख
Plant also a tulasi plant in your garden.
करा दे
Be amazing results.
घर में क्या रखो तुलसी रखो दूसरी क्या रखो
So have tulasi in your house,
गंगा जल
also water of the Ganges,
और तीसरी क्या है एक छोटी सी गीता रखो
and also a small Gita.
आप रखो ना देखो आपकी
If you do this,
घर में कभी
We'll
कलह
see.
नहीं
never there will be a quarrel in your house.
पवित्र
Will always be pure in your house.
जिसे शास्त्र की वचन है कि वो
These are the words of the Shastra.
शक्ति नीत है क्रिया
Everything
है।
has a
हो सके
potency.
देर समय लगे
Maybe the time will
किंतु बहुत तो प्रैक्टिकल
like come late, but the fruit you'll get,
बैठ तो नहीं जाए
it's not go in vain.
संस्कृत में कहा जाता है
In Sanskrit it said, if you plant the tree, this will never go in vain.
छाया केनो निवर्तते
Maybe the tree will not give fruits, but will give you
कोई
shade.
पेड़ लगाया आपने कहा कि फल तो नहीं दिया
Or maybe a fruit is not giving fruits, but sorry, maybe the tree is not giving fruits, but will give you shade and oxygen. So it's never in vain to plant a tree.
परिश्रम व्यर्थ नहीं जाएगा
Always there is some fruit in planting a tree, like some
ठीक उसी प्रकार ये तीन
Good.
वस्तु के घर में रखी
advantage. So should always keep three things in your house: Tulasi, Ganga Jal, and Gita also.
आप यदि हिंदू हो
Whether you're a Hindu,
तो अति अवश्य रखें।
certainly you should have these in your house.
कुछ हो
But if you're something else,
दाढ़ी वाले हो तो मैं नहीं बता रहा
if you're wearing beards, I'll not say anything to you. If you have beards,
क्षमा करें धार्मिक घर में
Please.
धर्मी के लिए कह रहा हूँ दूसरे के नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि
Please, I'm-
मेरा दाढ़ी बड़ा हो गया मेरी
Maharaj, I have a long beard. Are you talking about me? No, actually, when I told long beards, I referred
धर्म के कटाक्षवाद नहीं
to
करते।
those who have another religion.
जो वास्तव में सत्य
I'm not telling
है।
anything about other religions, but it's true.
घर में क्या रखना चाहिए
You should keep in your house three things.
आपके कल्याणी
It will be good for you.
आइए कथा प्रसंग में
some
राजा के
continue.
राजा के चित्त परिवर्तन हो गया
The heart of that king changed,
वो कबूतर के जो है मन
and then he didn't want to kill those pigeons.
उस समय कबूतर कहने लगे,
Then the
"महाराज,
pigeon told him,
मैं
Maharaj,
बताता हूँ,
I'll tell you
आपके
then
पेट के दर्द के कारण
why
है।
you are having stomach ache.
ये देखो आप कोई संत महात्मा
Actually,
के चरण में
you have
अपराध
committed
किया।
an offense to the feet of a saint.
उस संत महात्मा के चरणामृत आप पान
And
करें।
so now you have to take the charanamrita of this saint.
आपकी सारी
And if you do this,
समस्या समाधान।
all problems will be solved.
बोले संत महात्मा कहाँ
Oh,
मिले?
but where to find this saint that I have
बोले,
offended?
महाराज इसी बगीचे में
Maharaj, in
ये
this
जो पेड़ देख
garden, this tree that you
पेड़
see,
के ये गड्ढा जो है गर्दन,
there's a hole in
उसके
the
अंदर में एक संत
trunk of
महात्मा
this tree.
रहते हैं।
A saint is living
और
there.
उसी संत महात्मा के पास जाकर के आप प्रार्थना कीजिए।
Go to the saint and pray to
उनकी
him.
चरण
So drink the water that has washed his feet, and in this way all your problems will be solved. All your stomachache will disappear. Hearing this, the king, he came near the tree and told, "Hey saint, wherever you are, please mercifully give me the darshan of your lotus feet, and because I need to drink your charanamrita." When he told this, immediately a foot came out of the tree, but the foot that came out of the tree was full of blood. Even some insects and worms were on that foot. King saw and thought, how can I drink the water that bathed this feet? Because I'm a conditioned soul. How can I ignore the condition of this foot? His foot was like so smelly and dropping pus, like blood and also insects and worms. So they thought, oh, maybe the second foot is better than the first. So he said, hey Maharaj, hey saint, please be merciful to me and show to me your second foot. So when he showed, his second foot came out of the tree. The second foot was even worse, so much worse than the first one. Even some pieces of flesh were falling from the foot. Even some worms and insects like moving, eating the flesh. Then the king thought, what to do? I have to drink this water. Then he washed the feet of the saint, but he didn't drink. He just put in the mouth and put on his head. But as soon as he put the water on his head, perfume came, like fragrance came, and the saint also cursed him. Foolish king, you are full of hypocrisy. Externally, you told, please give me your charanamrita, but actually you have what? You have not drunk my charanamrita, you had just put it in your head. So actually your tongue is just like snakes. You know, snakes have two tongues. Have you seen the snakes? They have two tongues, like split tongue. So you were speaking one thing and doing another thing, or thinking one thing and doing another. Some people, they speak one thing, but they think other things in their minds. So this is the symptom of somebody who is chalkapat, somebody who is hypocrite. Shastra explains, the person will speak very sweet words, but inside the heart of the person is full of hypocrisy and duplicity. Foolish, your heart is full of poison. So then the saint told this, and then the king fell in the feet of the saint, apologizing, please forgive me. And the hearts of the sadhus are like butter. So the sadhu felt compassion and said, okay, you took my charanamrita in your hand and you put it in your head. So I curse you to be a snake, but you will be the Kaliya snake. And in Dwapara Yuga, Swayam Bhagavan, Krishna, he will perform pastimes. And he will dance on your hoods. And Swayam Bhagavan will also give his impressions, like his mark of his feet in your head. So why did Krishna dance on the hoods of Kaliya? By this reason. Because the words of a saint will never go in vain. So whether the saints give blessing or curse, everything is for the good welfare of that person. Whenever a saint says something, that's the absolute truth. It will never go in vain, never. So Swami Bhagavan told Kaliya, hey Kaliya, go leave Vrindavan and go to Ramanak Dvipa. So until nowadays, Ramanak is there, and it's where? Southeast of the world. After Australia, after New Zealand, what is there? That place. It's called the Fiji Islands. I've been there sometimes. There's really a big temple for Kaliya there, isn't it? Until nowadays, Kaliya is there. The divine transcendental place. It's a divine supramundane place. That place is there. So I'm just telling briefly. Sorry, I don't know if Gurudev said Kaliya is still there or the place is still there. So please apologize for any wrong translation. Okay, so tomorrow also there will be a very nice kirtan. Today there is also nice prasadam. So I have to finish quickly. So after Kaliya Dama-bandhana-lila, Shukadeva Goswami explained about Benugit. Swayam Bhagavan, Shri Krishna, he has 64 qualifications. How many qualities does Narayana have? How many? 60 qualities. Ramachandra has how many qualities? 62 and a half. And Krishna how many? 64. And completely also the 64 qualities. Later we'll describe also more. The jivas have how many qualities? 50 qualities. Demigods, 50 also, but in more quantity. Our acharyas, they describe this. Lord Shiva has how many qualities? Tell me. 55. Bhagavan Vishnu 60, Ramachandra 62.5, and Krishna has 64. So in the 64 qualities, 4 are extraordinary and no one else has. What are these qualities? Rupa Madhurya, sweetness of his beautiful form. Vrajendra has such a beautiful form. Actually, all the avatars, they are eager to see his beautiful form. Rupa Madhurya. Not only that, Krishna himself, he is eager to see his own form. So, Krishna, he is looking his own reflection in the pillar and he's like, oh. Krishna is seeing so amazing his beautiful form in the pillar. Another, Lila Madhurya. Krishna has so many beautiful leelas. And Prema Madhurya. The love of Krishna is also unlimited. So much love. Fourth, Venu Madhurya. Krishna of Vrindavana has one speciality, the sound of his flute. With the sound of his flute, he attracts everyone completely. Even though the acharyas explain many different kinds of name of the flutes, like for example Samohini Venu, the Akashini Venu. Another flute is Gopi Mohini, attracting the gopis. Our acharyas describe many glories of the flute. Krishna of Vrindavan, he always has two things. One, his peacock feather. Second, Krishna also has always a flute in his hand, always. Seeing the flute, the gopis sometimes, they are envious of the flute. Gopis say, oh Venu, flute of Krishna, tell us which pious deeds you did in your previous lives, because you are always on the lips of our beloved Krishna. The gopis, from envy, they are saying, Govinda, what is your good fortune? When Govinda puts the flute on his mouth, the two lips of Krishna are like just pillows, just like when a king is sitting on the throne next to the king, both sides, they are very soft pillows. So in the same way, the upper and lower lips of Krishna are like two soft pillows. And in the middle, Venu is there. Not only that, Gopis also say, oh flute, you are so fortunate, look. Our Govinda is also always massaging your feet, slowly, slowly. What is the meaning? When Krishna plays the flute, he's playing slowly, slowly, you know. And when Krishna is playing the flute, he was like, just like us massaging the flute. Looks like Krishna is massaging the feet of the flute. Not only that, oh flute, what is your good fortune? Just like a king, when a king sits on the throne, his servants are slowly, slowly fanning him with fans. So in the same way, Govinda, with his eyelids, he is also fanning you while he blinks. Our Rasikacharyas like Raskan, for example, they describe this. They describe this in a very beautiful way. So there is a katha in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So in the 10th canto, Shukadeva Goswami, from the beginning until the 10th, so from the first chapter into the 20th chapter of the 10th canto, Shukadeva didn't speak anything about the gopis, only about Krishna. But when 21st chapter started, immediately, Shukadeva Goswami Pad, he started to describe the mood of the gopis immediately. Beautiful mood of the gopis he manifested. When the autumn season comes, immediately, everyone's heart is full of happiness. Just like, you know, in the time of rainy season, it rains a lot. So it's raining so much, so the water of the lakes and rivers is very dirty. But when it comes the autumn season, all the waters become clean. What is the meaning? The sadhaka performing bhajana slowly, slowly, when he crosses these stages of Shraddha, Sadhusanga, Bhajana, Kriya, Nivritti, Nistha, Rucha, Shakti, Bhav, when he reaches Bhav, the hearts of the devotee become so pure. Bhagavan manifests where? In a pure heart. In a contaminated heart by lust and anger, God cannot manifest in that heart. To manifest Bhagavan, what do you need? You must have a spotless heart, just like a throne. If your heart is not clean, how can God come in your heart? So you should keep always your heart very clean. If bhakti appears in someone's heart, automatically your heart will be clean. So our acharyas give example. In time of the rainy season, the water of all the lakes, they are so dirty that even if you put a lot of soap in the water will never be cleaned. But immediately when the rainy season comes, the water of all the lakes and rivers become pure. What is the meaning? The sadhaka performing bhajana slowly, slowly, in the association of the sadhus, doing their sadhana bhajan, their heart will be pure. Actually, without sadhu sangha, can never attain the mercy of Bhagavan, and without the mercy of Bhagavan, you can never attain sadhu sangha. This is the glories of sadhu sangha. We should sit down in association of sadhu. We should give up all our pride because of our knowledge and education, etc. And we should sit down in the association of the sadhu. So Shukadeva Goswami describes the power of the flute of Krishna, Krishna's song of the flute song. Everybody becomes completely overwhelmed by the sound of the flute. Actually, the sound of the flute crosses this material world, goes up until Swargalok, crosses into Vaikuntha, crosses Vaikuntha, and then goes to Ajodha, trespasses, let's say like this. Ayodhya, depois goes to Dwarka, then Mathura, finally it reaches Golok Vrindavan. Then the sound of the flute is coming in Golok Vrindavan and is stimulating the heart of all the Vrajavasis. The sound of the flute. That's why Shukadeva Goswami Pada, in the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 21st chapter, he has described about the Venu Gita, the sound of the flute of Krishna. All the Gopis, they already have grown up now. According to the rituals of this world, like when they were really young and baby girls, they could play together with Krishna, but now they grew up. They've grown up. So their parents and family members, they tell the Gopis, look, it's not proper for you now, just like mix around with Krishna. Shastra explains. So we should not even sit alone with your own mother. It's not proper. Even with your own sister alone, you shouldn't also not sit down even if your sister alone. With your sister, you should not even sit alone. Why? Because the senses of even great scholars become agitated, become disturbed, and it's the cause of falling down. So thinking like this, the Vrajavasis, you're grown up, so it's not proper for you to meet with Krishna. Boys should be in one side and the girls should be separately. Just like we are sitting here. The mothers are in the left side and the fathers are in the right side. Yes, we should have to sit separately. This is the rule. We have to follow the rules. In Western countries, they are against this. They think all of us, we are same. Gurudev gave an example. Okay, so the mothers give birth to babies, so men can also give birth to baby. How can they be same if men cannot give birth to babies? Whatever God created, we have to follow these rules, isn't it? So the ritual of Western countries, they think everybody's same. Then let's sit like two pigeons, female pigeon and male pigeon together. Let's sit together like female and male pigeon. Gurudev was so against this, really against, and told no. The conceptions of the scriptures. Mothers should sit in one side and fathers, like men, separately. Okay, maybe actually in any assembly is always written what? Men in one side and women in the other side. Even for toilets also, there's the female restroom, male restroom. The men and women will go together in the same restroom? No. So, like toilets? No. So, our acharyas also explain. The teaching is there. But now we learned all the Western culture, so we want to forget our Indian culture. We are forgetting our Indian culture. No. So actually Actually, we go to the Western countries to tell them the glories of Ram and Krishna. We bring our flag to them, the flag of Ramayana, Mahabharata, the Bhagavatam. What is that? The teachings of the Indian culture. We want to tell them the Vedic culture. We don't want to take the Western culture. We want to give our Vedic culture to them, isn't it? But we are Indians, and if we are also following the Western culture, but you say I am Indian and I'm Hindu, but you're following Western culture. So please tell me, think carefully. Proudly you're saying I'm Hindu, but you are following the conceptions and culture of Western culture. Please forgive me for but anyway, no, we must follow the Indian culture, Vedic culture first of all. So Swayam Bhagavan is doing this lila. The Gopis, now they had to be separated from Krishna. All these Nitya Gopis, they don't know anything else other than Krishna. Because they were far from Krishna, they were always remembering Krishna's pastimes. What is the meaning of Venugita? Actually, all these Gopis, they are in their own groups, together sitting and remembering the pastimes of Krishna. What they're doing? Oh, my friend, look. Look how is my beautiful Govindu. One Gopi told another Gopi, look my friend, look how is our beautiful Govinda. Today he's gone for cow grazing with his friends. So Gopis, where they are staying now? In their own houses they are sitting. With their own friends together, they are together. And with their divine eyes of their minds, they are actually seeing Krishna with the divine eyes of their minds. And they are glorifying Krishna. So beautiful, the form of Krishna. Krishna is so beautiful. He is attracting the hearts of everyone. And he is with his friends. Krishna wears one karnika flower, sometimes behind the right ear, sometimes behind the left ear. And his beautiful clothes also shining like a lightning, his yellow cloth. And also beautiful Vajanti Mala garland given by the Gopis, he also is wearing in his neck. Oh, when Krishna plays the flute, he's actually controlling the heart of everyone. The verse is written, the verse about the deer, Dhanyasas mura gataya hirana eta. Shukadeva Goswami became so immersed in the bhav because he was directly looking at the deer. So he told etaha. In Sanskrit, etaha means when you are pointing out like this. I'm seeing directly this. And I'm pointing out exactly this in front of me. Hiranya etaha. This deer. Look at this, the bhav of the female and male deer. Hearing the sound of the flute of Krishna, the female deer, the doe, is running. And the male deer, the husband, is running after her. So to see Govinda is something so pious. So all the punya karma that there exists, the best punya karma is Krishna. So that's why the doe is running. Okay, husband, if you're coming or not, I don't know, but I am going. I'm going ahead. I'm going. So I'll tell you something. Actually, something from the Mahabharata. Once Vyasadeva asked, in Kali Yuga, in Kali Yuga, who will have more bhakti, men or women? You can see in the Mahabharata, it's written in the Mahabharata what I'm saying. In Kali Yuga, who will have more bhakti, men or women? Vyasadeva told, look, in Kali Yuga, women will have more bhakti than men. Bola Vrindavana Bihari Lal Ki. You can see where there's some Harikatha, where there's some Harikatha, Puja, Vishnu Puja, anything about bhakti, devotion, you can see who is more number, who is there in more numbers, the mothers, isn't it? Women. Jai, mothers, Jai, Mata, mother. Mothers are more. Because in Kali Yuga, men are absorbed in earning money. Okay. Women say, okay, you earn the money, and now we'll earn punya for you, pious deeds for you. Okay, good. Isn't it? So men want to gather, like to earn money, like to get money. I'm not talking about all men, please don't take my offense. But generally men, they want to earn money more. And the mothers, they want to give donation, the money in donation. So you see, wherever there is some temple, puja, the mothers are there more in quantity. Because Shastra really explains. Vyasadeva, he knows past, present and future. And he told, in Kali Yuga, mothers will have more bhakti than men. Understand? You see how many men are sitting here? You can count. Maybe 50, 60. But how many mothers? There's so many mothers. They are taking the side of the men. Because men are in such a small quantity, the mothers, they have to sit also. But this side of women, there's no one man. So in my right, means the left side, the right of women, they're only mothers. But in the side of the men, actually the mothers are overtaking the place. Because there's no space for women, so they have to take the empty spaces of the men side. So just fill all the spaces, utilize all the spaces. Yeah, what to do? Later we'll see, isn't it? That's why the mothers, there's no space in the left side, so there's some free space in the right side. So the mothers slowly they came and overtook the side of the men, isn't it? These are the rules of the scriptures. In Kali Yuga, mothers will have more bhakti. I'm telling neutral. I'm like in a neutral mode. I'm saying it's in the scriptures. So the doe is saying, female deer, oh husband, you want to come or not? I am going. Okay, I'm going ahead. Then seeing this, husband told, look, why will I stay back? I don't want to stay back. Why will I stay back? Husband is saying, I'll also run after her. So the man also came. The husband came. So running, they arrived and they came near our beloved Govindu. And then Prana Govinda tapped on their back. And then Govindu, feeling the touch of the lotus hands of Krishna, both their hearts melted, the hearts of the doe and deer. Pranavalokai means they are exchanging their love and affection with Govinda. So much love, they are exchanging their love and affection. So all descriptions are all very beautiful. The commentaries explain even further, even like in more details. The sound of the flute is so beautiful. Hearing the sound of the flute, peacock and peahen, they also come down from the top of Giriraj. They open their feathers, start dancing Hearing the sound of Krishna's flute, peacock and peahen. Hearing this, hear the glories of the flute of Krishna. When Govinda is walking, the footprints of Krishna are staying on the ground. Brahma and great demigods, they come and they worship these footprints of Krishna on the floor. Bhagavatam explains. Shiva and great demigods, they offer flowers and gardens to Krishna's footprints. And everywhere in Vrindavan, there is ornamented by Krishna's footprints, everywhere. Peacock, peahen are dancing. Not only that, the Manasi Ganga, Jamuna river, all the rivers. Look at the condition of the rivers, hearing the sound of the flutes. Water is flowing from up to down, but hearing the sound of Krishna's flutes, Jamuna, Manasi Ganga, their water completely stopped. And automatically they started to, the water started one turmoil, whirlpool. They don't want to stop, like they don't want to leave Govinda's lotus feet. So near Vrindavan, there's a village near Ramghat called Ujjain. Which village? Ujjain. So the water is coming from up, but the water of Jamuna made like a turmoil, and then the Jamuna flow is continuing. This was the effect of the sound of Krishna's flute. So many verses describe this effect. By the sound of the flute, Krishna controls everyone. That's why does Krishna hold the flute in Vrindavan? To break the man of the Gopis. Actually, he doesn't need the flute elsewhere, only in Vraj. That's why when Krishna went to Mathura and Dwaraka, he left that flute in Vrindavan. He didn't bring to Mathura and Dwaraka the flute. That's why Dwarakadish and Mathuradish Krishna, they never wear peacock feather, and also never flutes in their hands also. Vrindavana also said, Jagannatha also, he is also Dwarakadish. So Jagannatha doesn't wear peacock feather. Some people put forcefully some peacock feather in Jagannatha, but Gurudeva said this is apasiddhanta, this is against the conclusion of the scriptures. Because the flute and peacock feather, only Vrindavana Krishna wears it, no one else. So in the Vinaya Gita, Shukadeva Goswami was so absorbed, and he told, Karmavadis people, they are absorbed in karma. They think karma is the topmost thing. You tell me, what is the first letter of the alphabet? K or KH? KH in Devanagari. Some people say, oh, first is K. Some people say first is KH. Some people say, no, do karma, like K of karma. And KH means cow, means eat. So some people say, first you give me food, I'm hungry, then I can do some work. Like first you give me food, then I can do some work. Some people say. I also say, without food, nobody can worship Gopala. So we have to eat or not? Now it's already 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock, the prasada is arranged for 9 p.m., okay? So just need to wait the bell. The saints, they don't lie, they only tell the truth. So the prasada will be given at 9. After 55 minutes, you have to wait 1 more hour. 8:30 will be Arati. Then you have to go down half an hour. Then 9 p.m. you'll be able to get the Mahaprasad of Giriraj Maharaj. The prasad is ready. What is ready? Bhagavan is also doing this lila. Establishing bhakti on top of karma and gyan. Give up ko and ko. Give up k of karma and also kh. Take the b of bhakti, or bh of bhakti. Follow bhakti. Do bhajan, bh also. Do bhakti. Become my devotee, worship to me. Offer pranam to me. Bhagavan says, Krishna is not saying do k to me. He's saying bhajan, bhakti. And if you do bhajan, if you do spiritual life, automatically you get food, bhojan. So bh for bhajan, spiritual life, and you will get bh of bhojana, food. This is true. Food is coming. So bhakti has this potency. You don't need to do anything. No need to do anything at all. Just come to the temple and you'll get prasada. My Param Guru Maharaj used to say. Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj used to say. No need to do anything. Just come to the temple. That's it. You'll get prasad 3 times a day. But the Grihastas are working so hard and they become even tired of working so hard. Sometimes get something, sometimes not. But in the temple, very relaxedly, like so much relaxed and calmly and happily, you can get everything. Even the asana is here for you, like carpet. So when you take prasad, please Prabhu, stand up, I'll put some asana for you just for you to sit and eat. Isn't it? They give in the temple always. Even you don't need even to bring your own plate. There will be a plate for you also. The brahmachari sannyas will give you a plate to eat. Please come, sit in this asana. Please come for prasadam. Sit down and take the plates, and also they will give you water as well. And you can throw the plates here. We will throw later in the other place. So how much happiness in bhakti, right? Isn't it? So you came to hear Harikatha. That's why, and this is bhakti. That's why everybody honors you, because you came to hear Harikatha. This is true. I'm also saying, give up the K and KH. And you should take shelter of the BH, bhajan, spiritual life. But what is bhajan in Kali Yuga? Listen to Harikatha. This is bhajan in Kali Yuga. Even if you don't want to hear, no problem. Sit down. Only sit down in my Harikatha. And everybody will honor you and respect you. How much you want? Take prasada. For 2-3 days, all the devotees are giving so much. Take. Yesterday, Radhashtami, so in the Janma Utsava of Srimati Radhika, everybody took how much you want. Take it. I was giving. Even my muscles were in pain, like aching, because I gave so much this movement. So my arm was paining, later. Please forgive me if anything I threw hit in the head of someone. Maybe hit in the head of someone. Better to be careful to avoid an accident, but anyway, bhakti is so beautiful. So, which fruit you'll get if you give up bhakti and go to karma and jnana? I tell something else. If you put just a little bit tilak, everybody also will come and do pranam to you. Shastra explains this. Jam Maharaj himself, he told, in the time of death, if somebody is putting tilak in their forehead, hey Jamadutas, Jam Maharaj told, oh my messengers, hear me out. Don't go to the person who wears tilak, the glories of the tilak. So in the Hindu scriptures explains, if somebody dies, then they put tilak in the forehead, then the person is burned, cremated. So those who have tilak, even the Jamadutas cannot come to the person. If the person has the 3 round tulsi beads, in the neck, Jamadutas also won't come to you. And imagine the fruit to chant Krishna's name, Govinda's name. In the Katha of Vajamila, I told, which kind of pious did he do? He was a sinner. But in the time of death, he told the name of his son. He had given his son's name Narayan. So he sang this name, he chanted this name, called out this name, and the Vishnu Dutas themselves came. So the glories of the holy name Shastra explains. So that's why everyone chants holy names. Chant holy names. At least in one life. Just exercise, have this habit to change the rounds in the Japamala. Like create this habit. That's why I say, everybody chants holy names. Who want to chant? Raise your hand. Everybody chants holy names. Yes, brother. So what is the fruit of hearing the Bhagavat Saptaha for 7 days? If you haven't chanted the names of Bhagavan, if you didn't do Bhagavat Bhajan, what is the fruit? That's why everyone must at least chant the names of Bhagavan, chant the Japamala. I say, no need to spend money. Come to me, I will give you for free a Kantimala, and also will give you a Japamala for free. Or what else do you want? And also Prashada free. Free Kantimala, free Japamala, and also free Prashadam. What else do you want? Everyone should chant Harinam. So coming to the Katha, Shlashkadev Goswami Pad, in this way, he told a beautiful story to us. Hey Maharaj Parikshit, listen to me. Sometimes, when you get some position, you become so proud. That's why Tulasdas wrote, if you have some position that God gave you, you become so proud and intoxicated with your position. Oh, I was something, but I became so great. Then you become like bewildered by your position. In the same way, the demigods also sometimes become very proud, demigods. But actually, who gave the position of the demigods to them? Bhagavan himself gave. Srimad Bhagavata also explains clearly. Shukadev Goswami Pad told this story exactly in the context of the story of the Indra, like how Krishna destroyed the pride of Indra in the story of Giriraj. Because sometimes the demigods, they become too proud and like so to destroy their pride, Bhagavan does many lilas. One of the names of Bhagavan is Darpahari Madhusudana. What did I say? Darpahari Madhusudana. Darpa means pride, Hari means to remove, and Madhusudana is Krishna. So Krishna is the remover of the pride. He ends up with the pride of the people. So Sukadeva Goswami Pada, in this context, he told the story about how Krishna lifted Giriraj and destroyed the pride of Indra. I will finish everything in 10 minutes. Early in the morning, Krishna woke up. He saw his mother was not on his bed. Krishna was 7 at the time, Gopal. He woke up and then he saw, oh, my mother, she is not in the room. So Krishna, just like a normal boy, he went to search out for his mother. Searching her, Gopal saw that she was in the kitchen. Then he saw his mother with many servants cooking many kinds of sweets, pakoris, like fried foodstuffs, jalebi also, puri, kachori, and other many things also. Just like here, they cook. So Mother Jashoda was cooking. Gopal felt that smell, that good fragrance from the kitchen. Gopal saw. Seeing Gopal, Mother Jashoda said, Gopal, step aside. Don't come here, okay? Stay outside. Generally, Mother Jashoda, as soon as Gopal comes, Mother Jashoda takes him in her lap, breastfeeds him, embraces him, kisses him. But today, Mother Jashoda, she said, Gopal, get out, go aside, Then Krishna, she felt so upset. Krishna thought, okay, I'll go to my father, Nanda Maharaj. Then Krishna came to Nanda Maharaj, sat on the lap of Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj had a long beard. You have a beard? Nanda Maharaj had a long beard. So Nanda Maharaj took Gopal with so much love and affection, and Gopal was caressing the beard of his father. Father, today my mother did not give me anything to eat, did not embrace me, didn't kiss me. She even told me to get out. Why? She was preparing also so many delicious preparations, but she didn't give me anything. She even told me to get out. So what is going on today? Please tell me. It's today my birthday, or maybe the birthday of my father, of my brother. Then Nanda Maharaj said, oh son Gopal, hear me out. Today is not your birthday, and it ain't also the birthday of Baladev Prabhu also. It's not his birthday as well. In our tradition, actually today, we are doing the Indra Puja, preparing everything for the worship of Indra. Actually, every year at this time we do this. And we have prepared all these foods for the Indra Puja. So here in this, Krishna told, oh father, please tell me, who is Indra? Bhagavan has two symptoms. God knows everything, he's omniscient. Bhagavan is always, he knows everything, and at the same time he doesn't know anything. Although knowing everything, Krishna told, Father, who is Indra? Because we arrange so many things for his worship, so who is he? Then Nanda Maharaj said, Indra is the king of Aishvarya. If the king is happy, we'll get everything. Then in this king, the king is. And if the king is happy, what will he get? Krishna asked. Nanda Maharaj told, oh son, look, if Indra is pleased, then the rain will come. It will rain. There will be rain. Okay, and rain brings what? Brings grass. And with the grass the cow can eat. Cow will give milk. We are Vaishyas, we take care of the cows. We need milk. Then Krishna told, Father, Okay, tell me one thing, Father.
इंद्र राजा है,
Indra is the king,
उनके
okay.
राजपद कितने उसको कैसे मिला?
But how did he get his position?
राजा कैसे मिल गया?
How?
है कि नहीं? कोई
Isn't it?
मंत्री बने,
Like someone becomes minister, for example,
राष्ट्रपति बने,
or some president.
वोटिंग होता है ना?
There's a voting for the person to be elected, right?
किसने बनाया?
So who made him the king?
देखो कृष्ण ऐसे सुंदर
Like Krishna was making such very nice questions, like establishing logic is like a logic really.
राजपद किसने दिया?
Okay, who has given this position to the? He is the king, but who made him the king? This is the question. Who elected him?
कोई बनाने वाला तो होगा शायद,
Probably, otherwise the person cannot from zero say I am the king.
हो जाता है,
This
पागल का तो मैं राजा हूँ,
only a mad person will say I am the king and like self-declare himself the king.
कोई होगा?
Generally, there is someone who makes someone the
उसके
king.
राजपद किसने दिया?
So who gave his this position to him of being the king?
महाराज करने लगे, मैं
Then Nanda Maharaj said, "What? I've never even heard this kind of question in my life."
हैं? अच्छा बताओ, इंद्र के राजपद किसने दिया?
Okay, who has given this position of Indra to him?
दिया किसने तो होगा सर, ऐसे ही बात चल-
Certainly somebody gave. Otherwise, like from zero, nobody could become king. You became teacher. You self-declare yourself a teacher.
ना ऐसे ही कहते आप स्कूल में मैं टीचर हूँ,
You just come to the school and say, "I'm the teacher," and you think
कमेटी होगा,
it's enough.
होगा,
Generally, there is some committee,
आपके टीचर सीख गया।
committee,
तो उसी
like
प्रकार
committee,
कृष्ण
like some group of people that are choosing the teachers, and then in this way you're
अच्छा बताओ
selected.
पिताजी,
So Krishna was asking also, "Oh my father, tell
इंद्र
me,
राजा प्रसन्न होने से क्या बारिश होती? बारिश नहीं, वर्षा कर। अच्छा ये बात होता है पिताजी,
so please tell me, father, okay,
वर्षा सबसे बारिश कहाँ पर होती है?
okay, but
आप बताओ वर्षा कहाँ पर है?
where does it rain the most? In the mountains and in the oceans.
पहाड़ों में जितने
In the mountains and the oceans, it rains a lot, more than in other places,
है कि नहीं?
isn't it?
अच्छा उधर इंद्र पूजा कौन करता
Okay,
है?
but who is worshipping Indra in those places?
समुद्र में कौन इंद्र पूजा करता है?
Who is worshipping Indra in the ocean?
सबसे अधिक बारिश क्या होती है?
And generally, it rains the most over the ocean.
तो वहाँ पर तो कोई इंद्र पूजा नहीं करते,
Nobody is worshipping Indra there.
तो कौन इंद्र जहाँ बारिश कैसे?
So how possible it rains there? There is a rain there, and also in the mountains, like in top of Himalayas, who is worshipping Indra there?
उत्तर नहीं दिए।
Nanda Maharaj couldn't answer. Then Krishna himself said, "Father, listen to me.
इंद्र हमारे राजा नहीं है,
Indra is not our
इंद्र के राजपद देने वाले और कोई व्यक्ति होगा।
There must be another person who is giving him this position."
अच्छा,
Krishna
इंद्र के
told.
वास्तव में इंद्र के राजपद किसने
Yeah, who
दिया?
gave the position to Indra actually?
हैं? कृष्ण ही तो दिया।
Krishna himself gave.
हैं? इसलिए बल्कि वैष्णव कहते हैं,
Some Vaishnavas
इंद्र
say
में भी गाली देते हैं।
that Indra is insulting Krishna and swearing, calling him names.
तू हो गया राजा और मेरे माता पिता
No, sorry,
हो गया
opposite.
प्रजा।
Krishna is like insulting Indra, saying, "I made you the king and you're making my parents become your subjects.
जितने भी देव देवता जो
I
हैं,
gave you the
आप
position."
अच्छे से सुनिए। कोई निंदा वंदना नहीं है, सत्य
So this is not
विचार है।
criticized, this is the conception of the scriptures. So if you worship Ganesh, I'm not criticizing, continue worshipping Ganesha. If you worship Shiva, also continue to do that.
जिसको पूजा कर रहे हैं,
Well, Devi Durga, whoever you worship, continue. I'm not
तो हमारे शास्त्रों
criticizing.
क्या कहते हैं?
But our Shastra, what do they
सारे
say?
देव देवियाँ जो है,
Actually, all demigods and demigoddesses, all of them,
भगवान श्री हरि
they are
है,
actually
शक्ति से
come from the potency of Bhagavan Sri Hari.
वस्तु के प्राप्त करते
So they are able to get everything. The demigods, they have this potency for the mercy, by the mercy of Sri Hari, and they are giving this to the people.
ठीक है,
Like you worship Ganesha. Okay, very nice.
हैं? कि गणेश जो आपको जो देते हैं,
But whatever Ganesha gives you,
जो कुछ भी
wealth
देते
or
हैं, ये
whatever,
गणेश कहाँ से देते हैं?
like Ganesha is taking from where?
ब्रह्म संहिता में स्पष्टीकरण
The
करते
Brahma Samhita explains very clearly.
हैं। ब्रह्म संहिता में लिखा है, जब
It's written,
जब प्रातः काल में उठ करके गणेश
early in
जी
the morning,
भगवान गोविंद की स्तुति आदि करते
when
हैं,
Ganesha wakes up early in the morning and he prays to Govinda,
भगवान
doing obeisances to Govinda, Swayam Bhagavan Govinda puts his feet on the shoulder of Ganesh.
दोनों पैर रख देते हैं, समझ में आए? गोविंद स्वयं गणेश के
Govinda puts his feet on the shoulders of Ganesh and puts all the potency in Ganesh.
ये शक्ति जो है,
So the potency that Ganesha has comes from Govinda, whatever. Everything comes from Govinda. Like demigods, they don't have this any potency independent to give anything. So the rule is like this, constitution. Like for example, like whatever is given by the government, for example, first should be passed in the parliament. I'm not coming to politics, I just want to tell you the truth. You cannot take anything like on your own like this or stealing. Things have to be approved in the parliament. So all the demigods, they are actually servants of Krishna. And they have that post, Adhikar. And they are giving everything from Govinda. Like whatever they are giving, they are taking from Govinda to give to others. So if you don't worship Narayana Govinda, not be able to attain actually. So Krishna himself said also, "Oh my father, hear me out. Actually Govinda gives us everything. And if you worship Govinda, then you get everything. Of all the potencies that exist, everything comes from Govinda." So Brahma Samhita explains very clearly. Krishna told, "Oh my father, so you've never seen Indra. Have you seen Indra? Did you see that Indra was giving us rain?" And Krishna told, actually the nature is doing everything by itself. The words of the Gita, those who study the Gita, they know. If you attend the classes of the Gita, you can see in this verse, Krishna is saying, Krishna himself is saying, by my instructions is that the material nature is doing everything. According to my guidance, Krishna says. The nature is performing everything according to my guidance. Whatever we see in this world, actually I deal with everything, I operate everything, Krishna is saying. Automatic. In science, they use this word automatic. But actually nothing is automatic. Automatic is not true. Always there's some device controlling that thing. Nothing is automatic. Okay, according to the science, okay, they say, like for example, automatic door. The door opens automatically. But there is an electronic device behind that door, a sensor that opens the door. And if that sensor goes, like breaks, the door won't open. Maybe even the remote control, like remote control also, you can switch on the TV with the remote control. I don't watch TV, I don't know, I don't have TV, but I know about the remote control. After you eat and you lay on your bed, you want to watch TV, you want to change the channel, so you want to lay down on the bed and switch the channels of the TV. Remote control. If that is not working, then it's not actually automatic. The scientists just put this name automatic, but nothing is automatic. So the same way Bhagavan is also saying, I am under my guidance, nature is doing everything. By my guidance, the sun is rising. All the moons, the stars, the wind, everybody is in their position doing everything according to my guidance. We are alive by whose desire? The desire of Krishna. If there is a small earthquake, all of us will become like rice flakes. In Bhuj, in Gujarat, there was an earthquake some time ago. So what to do if there's an earthquake? All of us will die, like because the building will collapse. So Bhagavan is doing everything. So Bhagavan told, Oh my father, Nanda Baba. Indra is not our controller, Indra is not the king. But Giriraj Govardhan, we are Vrajavasis. We are what? Vrajavasis. You don't know, but we are Vrajavasis. That kirtan, do you know this kirtan? You don't know that we are Vrindavana. All the demigods and demigoddesses, all the tirthas, they are sitting to sweep Vrindavan. I forgot the kirtan. Kashi Kanchi, all of them come to Vrindavan, bowing their heads and praying. Very beautiful kirtan.
हे करुणामयी, हे कृपामयी, हे मेरी दयामयी नारी, करुणामयी, कृपामयी, मेरी
the mood of Braj. So beautiful kirtan that the Vrajavasis sing. So much bliss the Vrajavasis feel. So this is the fruit of hearing Bhagavat Katha. We are Vrajavasis. We must have this mood. Everybody say, Ham Vrajavasis. Other than say this word, raise your hand. You have to say, we are Vrajavasis. We have to say like this. We are Vrajavasis. Speak. हम Vrindavana-vasi हैं. We are Vrindavana-vasis. So Krishna also told, oh my father. So you see, actually the clouds, they become stuck in Giriraj Govardhan, and because of Giriraj Govardhan it rains, the grass grows, cows eat, give milk. Who is our worshipful deity? It's Giriraj Govardhan. So why go elsewhere? Have you seen any demigod come near you? But you see, Giriraj is directly here with us. Oh Father, of all the things, all these things that you cooked, let's bring all to Giriraj. Hearing these beautiful logics of Krishna, Nanda Maharaj immediately he held an emergency meeting. He called all the seniors of Vraj. This is called Baitan, like a meeting of all the elders. And Nanda Maharaj exposed to them the opinions of Krishna, the conceptions of Krishna, and all of them accepted. So Nanda Maharaj announced, hey Vrajavasis, whatever you have cooked for the Indra Puja, bring everything to the lap of Giriraj. Hearing the orders of their king, immediately all the Vrajavasis brought beautiful fried foodstuffs, amazing delicious sweets, laddu, kachori, pakor, everything they had cooked they brought for Giriraj. Such an amazing fragrance. And Krishna himself, in one form he came to Nanda Yashoda, in another form he came to the top of Giriraj. You know, Krishna is Bhagavan, right? So Krishna sat on the top of Giriraj Govardhan. You can see here in the picture. So Krishna sat also on the top of Giriraj, and Krishna told, oh Vrajavasis, look, whatever you have brought, look, Giriraj is directly eating everything that you brought. Have you ever seen Indra do the same? Vrajavasis said, Kanaya, oh, whatever you're saying, it's true, it's really true, your words are true. Oh yes, Kanaya, this is true, Kanaya. Then Krishna, he called the brahmanas and he offered bhoga to Giriraj. Like you have to give asana, pada, argya, achaman, like there's a process of offering, right? So Krishna, he called the brahmanas and following all the rules, he offered the bhoga to Giriraj. And really, directly Giriraj Govardhan appeared with 1,000 arms and eating like enthusiastically. Krishna told, hey Vrajavasis, have you ever seen Indra eating like this? No, Kanaya, we haven't. But today, Kanaya, by your mercy, we are able to see directly Giriraj really eating. How many years have passed and we have never even seen Indra eat like this? Eat our preparations, but today we see Giriraj eating directly. Then they told, and Giriraj ate everything. Then Krishna himself said, Krishna was on top of Giriraj, Krishna said, bring more. That's why until nowadays there is a village called Anyor. Krishna told, bring more and more. So seeing this, the Vrajavasis felt even more enthusiastic because they saw Giriraj eating directly. So they went running back to their houses and they cooked even more things. Rice, dal, flour, like wheat flour. They took all ingredients and they cooked more new things. Again brought back to Giriraj. Giriraj started eating everything again back. Then Krishna thought, my Vrajavasis, they are just cooking and cooking, and it's they are awake since 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and now it's already like 2 p.m. So the Vrajavasis, they are tired, they haven't eaten anything. So that's why Krishna told, "Hey Giriraj, Govardhan, please be happy and satisfied with what my Vrajavasis have offered to you. Please be satisfied with already you have taken from the Vrajavasis." Then Giriraj said, "Oh, okay, yes, I'm pleased. My belly is full." So from the Manasiganga, Giriraj started drinking the water from Manasiganga. Giriraj drank water. So there was nothing there, like because Giriraj had eaten everything. Then Krishna told, "My Vrajavasis, they brought so many ingredients for worship to you, but if they don't eat, then how possible? Need the prasadam also." So immediately when Krishna told, the Vrajavasis saw that directly Giriraj Govardhan, he was manifesting again all his remnants of prasada, which is the prasad. Krishna said, "Hey Giriraj, did you see? You never even saw Krishna eating, and also you never also got the prasad of Indra." Shastra explains, if you feed the deity with love, the deity will accept. But if you don't do it with love, the ants will eat your offering. Because you put in the plate for the deity, the pujari put in front of the deity, chant the mantra. When pujari comes back, he sees that there's so many ants around the plate. Why? Because you're not offering with love. If you offer with love to the deity, then certainly the deity will eat. And Bhagavan, the deity gives everything back. So Vrajavasis, Krishna told Vrajavasis, look, have you ever seen directly this scene? Look, Giriraj has accepted everything you give, and now he's giving you back his remnants. The Vrajavasis said, "Oh, Kanhaiya, whatever you're saying, yeah, this is true, it's true. Yeah, you're right." Then Kanhaiya, he told Vrajavasis, look, let's take the remnants of Giriraj, let's eating and do the parikrama. Let's eat and let's do the parikrama. So Krishna took the Vrajavasis for the parikrama. In Braja there is one rule. Which rule? They walk, eating and drinking. So they're eating prasad and also doing the parikrama. Please, I need to finish the kata and then still we need to do Arati Prasadam. So Kirtan will do tomorrow, no problem. Tomorrow everybody come early. So everybody please sit down. Please come back to your asana, please.
ब्रजवासी लोग
So in this way, the Vrajavasis,
के साथ गिरिराज गोवर्धन परिक्रमा कर रहे
they
हैं।
perform the parikrama of Giriraj with Krishna.
जो जैसे है ऐसे परिक्रमा करते हैं। गिरिराज गोवर्धन की परिक्रमा कोई विधि नहीं है।
So there's no rule for parikrama Giriraj. Depends on you, no problem. You can do by foot, by rickshaw.
देखो ब्रजवासी लोग किसी
So the Vrajavasis somehow also they
आनंद में उन्मत्त होकर के
absorbed in bliss. They perform Giriraj parikrama.
घर में चले गए।
Then they come back to their houses.
एक बात हुई,
But something happens.
इंद्र स्वर्गलोक में
Indra in Sargaloka
अपने सभा के साथ बैठे हुए थे,
was sitting in his assembly,
सोमरस पान कर रहे थे।
drinking somras.
इतने समय इंद्र
Then
के अनुचर आकर के
One
बोले,
servant of Indra came and
महाराज,
told, Maharaj, big problem has come. Which problem?
बड़े मर्तलोक में
In the material world. Microphone?
ब्रजवासी लोग
The
आपने पूजा
Vrajavasis
बंद कर दिया।
stopped worshipping you.
हैं? बोले, मेरा पूजा बंद हो गई।
What? Stop worshipping me? Yes, sir.
एक एक जो है छोटा सा बालक
A small boy, blackish boy,
कहने पर
told them
आपके पूजा बंद
and they stopped worshipping you because of that. What? Stopped worshipping me?
कैसे
Yes.
पूजा करते हैं?
They are worshipping to whom?
पूजा करना सीखते हैं।
Worshipping a rock,
ये
stone.
पत्थर के जो है पर्वत
They
के
were
पूजा
worshipping
शुरू
a
कर दिया।
mountain.
आपके लिए जो कुछ भी भोजन बनाया,
Whatever they had cooked for you,
सब वहीं पर एक
they
पत्थर
brought to
है।
that stone
पत्थर के चारी तरफ
and put around that rock. The Vrajavasis chant some mantra or something. Then they drink everything and finish. Like they ate everything and finish. Indra said, not possible. I am the king.
मेरे पूजा कैसे बंद हुई?
How could they stop worshipping me? Cannot believe. Can't believe it.
गलत छाप के।
No. This is a wrong. You know, sometimes in the newspaper they maybe
नहीं
fake news or print something. No, not fake news. Gurudev said like print by mistake something else in the newspaper. Okay, so send another person to check.
सत्य है। ये जो छोटा बालक कहने पर
Yeah, Maharaj, it's true. Some young boy told, and then that's why the Vrajavas stopped worshipping you. Indra was so angry.
इंद्र ने क्या की?
Indra, he
साथ ही साथ प्राण दिया,
immediately
आदेश जारी
he
किया।
ordered.
संवर्त बादल के बुलाया।
He called the Sambarta cloud,
जो बादल है,
that cloud who is always in the time of
हाथी के सुनों के वहां की जलधारा निकलता है। ऐसे संवर्त बादल के आदेश दिया।
so this Sambarta cloud is very sharp. The rain of this cloud in the time of this devastation they use this. It's like
बस आदेश होने के साथ ही
like needles, like very sharp and like this strong, destroying everything. So it was raining so much, lightning, thunders, thunderstorm, wind, all the trees almost falling down, storm, wind so quickly, like a strong wind. Vrajavasis were so afraid. Early in the morning, all the Vrajavasis, they came to Nanda Baba and told, Maharaj, Nanda Maharaj, please save us, Nanda Maharaj.
कृष्ण कहने पर हम लोग इंद्र पूजा बंद कर दिया।
Then,
इंद्र कैसे प्रकट हो गया देखिए महाराज।
when Krishna told, we stopped worshipping Indra. You see, all these black clouds, so much storms, thunder, lightning, thunder, tak. Like an earthquake, looked like. All the Vrajavasis were so afraid. What to do? Nanda Maharaj, he opened his door, came out. He saw it was true.
सारी तरफ
Everywhere raining so much,
घटा छाई हुई।
and like a storm and
हवा भी तेज से चल रही है।
like the strong wind. All the trees about to fall down, you know. It was really strong. Storm. The cows screaming, hamba, hamba. Everyone completely afraid.
नंद महाराज कुछ निर्णय नहीं लिए।
Nanda Maharaj could not decide what to do.
इंद्र बहुत रुष्ट हो गए।
Indra was very angry. What to do?
कृष्ण स्वयं भगवान
Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan.
समझ गए, ये हमारे ब्रजवासी
Krishna understood.
भयभीत हो गए।
My Vrajavasis,
इंद्र
they are afraid that foolish Indra, I gave him that position,
वो चाहते हैं
and now he wants
ब्रज को ध्वंस करने
to destroy my Braja. Ah, yeah, let's see. I'll also teach him a lesson.
कृष्ण ऐसे ही मानवानी विचार करके जहाँ पर ब्रजवासी लोग नंद महाराज के आंगन में आकर
So all the Vrajavasis had come to they were crying in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj, save us, save us.
आकर के कहने लगे
Krishna came and told,
ब्रजवासी जन धीरा धार रखिए धीरा
oh Vrajavasis, please be calm, calm down.
गर्ग संहिता की कथा है कृष्ण कहने लगे
Garga Samhita explains.
आज
Krishna told, just now
स्वयं गिरिराज मेरे सपने में
Giriraj came in my dream.
गिरिराज मुझे कहने लगे
Giriraj told me, hey Krishna,
इंद्र दुष्ट दुराचारी है
Indra is so
ब्रजवासी को दंड देना चाहता है
evil, he wants to chastise, like he wants to punish the Vrajavasis. Giriraj told Krishna in the dream.
ऊपर उठाओ
So you have to lift me up.
हैं? तुम्हारे हाथ में चला
I will come in your hands.
मैंने कहा मैंने कृष्ण कह रहे हैं
Krishna telling the Vrajavasis.
मैंने कहा
I told Giriraj in my dream, Giriraj, you are so big and heavy.
कैसे उठाऊं
How can I lift you up?
गिरिराज कहने लगे
But Giriraj told me,
हे कृष्ण
Krishna,
चिंता मत करो
don't worry.
तुम केवल इस स्थान पर आ जाओ मिडिल में मतलब
Just come to my middle part,
जतिपुरा का है
where we call Jyotipura. Come to Jyotipura. Nowadays we call. You just have to touch me with your finger, and automatically I will come up.
और देखो वो बोलते हैं मशरूम होता है ना क्या बोलते हैं
You know, like mushroom. You know mushroom?
क्या बोलते हैं इसको मशरूम होता है ना बहुत हल्का होता है
Mushroom is really light.
उसके भांति मैं
So just like a mushroom, really light, I'll come on top of you,
तुम्हारे हाथ पर मैं
like on, over you, and you just carry me, like lift me with your finger. No need to do anything else.
सारे ब्रजवासी के बुला लो
Okay, call all the Vrajavasis
और उसके नीचे
and
सारे
bring
ब्रजवासी लोग
everyone. Come, all the
अपने
Vrajavasis come
गोवर्धन लेकर
under me, and bring all the wealth, all the cows, everything.
गिरिराज
Krishna said, told the Vrajavasis, okay, so Giriraj gave me this order. The Vrajavasis said, okay, Kanaya, what you're saying is true.
तो है
This is true, okay.
ऐसे कहते हैं कृष्ण
So
ने
saying
भी
this, Krishna,
जहाँ पर जतिपुरा है
you know what is Jyotipura?
वहाँ पर कृष्ण आ गए
Krishna came there.
केवल उंगली स्पर्श करने के
Krishna
साथ ही
touched Giriraj immediately.
कृष्ण बाएं हाथ के द्वारा ऐसे करते
Krishna with his left hand, he just touched Giriraj. That's why Shastra explains.
हैं चुनौती दे रहा कृष्ण मानो इंद्र के साथ चुनौती दे रहे
Krishna is like defying Indra.
इंद्र
Foolish Indra.
हैं तुम मेरे साथ
You want
तुम्हारी
to,
इरावत होती है तुम्हारे
you
हाथ
have
में
the,
वज्र है
you have the Vajra in your hands. You have the Airavat elephants. You have many weapons, but I don't have any weapon. Look, only with my small finger, my left,
देते हैं
the pinky of my left hand. You see? Come, come,
हाथ उठा के
come.
यही खाते हैं
Like Krishna is like challenging Indra.
कृष्ण अपने एक गिरिराज गोवर्धन अपने है और देखो गिरिराज गोवर्धन
Then,
के
yeah,
नीचे
Giriraj
ना जाने कितने मणिमाणिक
went up, and under Giriraj there were so many diamonds and jewels and crystals.
जैसे
So they were like so much light, just like lightning, you know, like shining. So under Giriraj was very much illuminated, you know. And the Vrajavasis brought all
आदि गोपियां
their cows and everything. The Gopis, like Srimati Radhika, who were suffering separation, they came and they just stood in the left side of Krishna.
सारे ब्रजवासी लोग एकत्रित हो गए
All the Vrajavasis, they got together.
और इधर इंद्र है अपने ऐरावत के ऊपर बैठ करके
Indra sat on his Airavat elephant.
करते हुए
He came
और वज्रों के द्वारा
with his Vajra, his weapon, trying to destroy Giriraj also.
देखो भगवान उसको रक्षा करते हैं
But Bhagavan wants to protect someone, nobody can kill that person.
गिरिराज गोवर्धन के नीचे
So under Giriraj, all Vrajavasis, they were actually very happy under Giriraj.
7 रात तक
For 7 days and 7 nights, they were
है कुछ नहीं
happy under Giriraj, nothing happened. And Vrajavasis, they didn't even need to use electricity, nothing. No worry, so happy, they were just playing drums, playing instruments, singing
के संयुक्त प्राप्त करके
with Govinda, so happy, for 7 days.
यहाँ पर भी सूरदास की कथा
Suradas also tell one katha. Mother Jashoda told, "Hey Kanhaiya, you have been lifting Giriraj for a long time. Please eat some butter." Kanhaiya told, "I am lifting Giriraj by the strength of the butter." But also, Suradas also say that because of Kishori ji strength, Srimati Radhika's strength, Krishna lifted Giriraj. And the Sakas are also like making some jokes and fun, making fun of Krishna. They told, "Kanhaiya, you think you are lifting Giriraj alone? We are also helping you with our bamboo sticks." Kanhaiya said, "Okay, very nice. I'll put my hand down a little bit." Friends of Krishna told, "You can't do anything because we have 1,000 friends. Alone you think you're carrying something? We have thousands of bamboo sticks." Krishna said, "Okay." Then Krishna put his hand a little bit down. Then Giriraj started to move, like tremble, and all the bamboo sticks, they broke. Thud, 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 thud. Then all the Sakas told, "Okay, Kanhaiya, okay, do whatever you want. We just don't want that Giriraj falls down, and then it will be like completely pressed and smashed." Then Srimati Radhika told at that moment, "Giriraj Govardhan, don't you move 1 centimeter. If you move 1 inch, I will make you turn you into ashes with my eyesight, only with my vision." Then Giriraj was like, "Oh, please don't do that." Actually, Acharyas explain, Giriraj appears from the mind of Srimati Radhika. Where is the birth of Giriraj? He comes from the heart of Srimati Radhika. For 7 days, 7 nights had passed. Indra said, "Okay, no problem. Krishna is an ordinary boy. This verse explains, he is a young boy, he speaks too much. He is a foolish. He thinks he is pandit, intelligent. Like Indra was insulting Krishna like this, calling him names, and the Vrajavasis are thinking he is good and following him. So flood Braj completely. Indra wanted, right? Indra was thinking, okay, how is the situation now? So Indra sent one servant to check the situation of Vraj. Go and check what is going on there. He came by far and he saw Vraja was really under the water. Our acharyas explain also. When Sambartak cloud started raining, it was really raining, but Agastarishi drank all the water that rained, like that fell from the cloud. Even Anantadeva also surrounded Giriraj, and not even one drop didn't touch the ground. Even Lord Shiva also, with his trident, he was also protecting. So until nowadays, he is known as Chakreshwar Mahadev. Chakreshwar Mahadev. Indra also tried to destroy Giriraj, but Shiva with his trident he protected. So another servant of Indra came and saw the Vrajavasis. They were drinking, eating, happy. So he told Indra, look, nothing happened. The Vrajavasis are happy and not dancing, singing, no problem. There's even like dust in Braj, not even one drop of water fell down. What? Indra said, what? But my first servant told that Vrindavana was under the water, and now you're saying this? So the other servant told, okay, so you go and check. Then Indra came and he saw, yeah, there was really so much dust, even flying dust in Braj. Just like the month of Vaishak and Jet. Like no water, nothing. Everything was like dry and flying with dust. So Indra really saw, oh, that boy who I had insulted and called many names. With his left hand, in his pinky, he is lifting Giriraj. Indra was so afraid. Indra said, what to do? I thought he was an ordinary boy. He's not an ordinary boy. So Indra came to Brahma and told everything. What to do? Brahmaji told, Indra, listen to me. Who gave you your position? You have dishonored him. Who gave you your position? Bhagavan. And you have committed offense to Bhagavan Vishnu. Actually, this thing also one time happened to me. I also thought Krishna was some ordinary person. I stole his calves and friends at the time. Later I got to know that Krishna was from Bhagavan. Indra told, okay, Pitamaha, tell me what to do. Brahmaji told Indra, listen to me. There's only one solution. Go. So the Gomata, the cow mother cow, is very dear to Krishna. So Brahma told, go to Gomata and touch her feet. Bring her along and come to Krishna and pray for forgiveness. Pray to him. Then, having this instruction of Brahma, Indra came, got hold of the feet of mother cow, brought her also. Then Indra studied, he made prayers to Krishna. Krishna became pleased. Bhagavan told Indra, don't do this again. Vrajavasis are my heart. I gave you the position of king, and you became completely intoxicated by your pride and position. You were thinking my Vrajavasis are normal people, and you even tried to kill them. So don't do that. So Indra, there he did abhishek in Krishna with 5 ingredients: yogurt, milk. Even Airavat brought Akash Ganga, this Ganges, special Ganges from sky, and Indra gave him the name Govinda. Indra gave the name Govinda to Krishna. So until nowadays there is the Govinda Kunda, that lake. Because Krishna, he gives happiness to the Gopas and Gopis and to the Vrajavasis. So that's why there's no one higher than Vrajavasis. Vrajaloka, there's no planet higher than Vrajaloka. So we should never dishonor the Vrajavasis. We should always serve the Vrajavasis. Bhagavan established this. Without the mercy of Giriraj, there's no other way. So the most exalted person, who is he? Giriraj Govardhan. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 3 Haridasas there. One is Yudhishthira Maharaj. He is Haridas. So 3 names. 4th name doesn't come. There are 3 Haridas. One, Yudhishthira Maharaj. It's here written or not? Yes, Yudhishthira Maharaj. Another Haridas is Uddhav. It's written Uddhav. He is Haridas Uttara. Uddhav is better servants of Haridas. And the best servants of Srihari, Haridas Uttama, is Giriraj Maharaj. So Srimati Radhika herself told about Giriraj. So Vrajavas, Giriraj is the heart and wealth and soul of the Vrajavasis. So that's why all our acharyas, they always give the highest honor to Giriraj. He's our worshipful deity. So Giriraj is a tilak of Raj.